panicked, so that's how I started. You're welcome. Last time we stopped in the middle of the case because the judge was like, we have no more time for this bullshit. Friday is next time we will convene. And now I have 4 days? 3, 4, some amount of days to investigate. Creepy Pogs is correct. Let's continue. No recap. Okay, so it looks like we got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We got 3 days to figure out what the fuck we need to do. We need to have... Stop moving. We can... You know what? This mouse is wireless. Why am I using the wire that's pushing it around? If we're going to go to the Chocolate Emporium, we have to have someone in mind to ask if they bought chocolate. Which I think could be a major thing for the case. Apparently we have a reason to go to the Louvre again. Not entirely sure why, but you know, sure. And then the bar. I don't think we needed to go to the bar. I think it's just giving us a chance to gamble. So let's start here. I want to go to the Emporium last if possible. But I don't want to go unless I go, yes, this person, was he buying chocolate? Because I refuse to be humiliated again. Oh, hello again. Hi, Mousy. Mousy, we have a message for you. It's from Prince Juan himself. He wants to know if the birds have flown south for the winter, whatever that means. Oh, yes. The birds have migrated successfully. But if Prince Juan told you that, then that must mean he trusts you. He must want you to take these. Go on, take them. These are used train ticket stubs. It looks like 2 people took a railway trip to Vienna. What exactly is the point of this, Mousy? Prince Juan said they would help with the trials. See the names? Gautier Signy, Nicole Signy. I recognize the surname, but I don't know who these people are. Neither do I, really. Prince Juan told me to book train tickets for these people, then to make sure they caught the train. And so, and that's what I did. Strange. Not entirely sure how these stubs are supposed to help with the trial, but I'll keep hold of them just in case. Ticket stubs have been added to my evidence folder. Let's go, Sparrowson. I'm done playing courier. Good call. That was the entire day? What a waste of a day. Fucking bullshit. I guess we're going to the Louvre. Falcon and Sparrowson once again find themselves in the Place du Carrousel. I don't know. So which exhibitions are we visiting today? So, this is where we start. I kind of just want to go this way. Again. I think we found everything of value here. We could possibly find Let's Not Loiter. Okay, so where shall we go next? Alright. Grand Gallery. Looks like that porcupine fellow has left the building. Do you want to ask him something? Nothing in particular. I just wanted more details on the Renard Vulpes. But I suppose we'll have to leave it for now. Why am I here? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Okay. I'm annoyed that I went here for literally nothing. Why am I going here? Why is this the only option? That makes me nervous. Is it? I don't feel that way at all, Falcon. I'm feeling pretty confident about this case. The big picture is coming together nicely. I'm somewhat relieved that Prince Juan came clean. His secret is putting the whole case in jeopardy. Confidence. Still got 1 day until the trial, but how to spend it? I suppose we could revisit the Louvre, or maybe we could just play some cards at Le Canard Joyer. Something wrong, Sparrowson. You've been unusually quiet. Falcon, we need to talk. What's up? I was doing some thinking. Dangerous thing to do, I know. Anyway, I realized that we were missing a crucial piece of evidence. Well, we know that Major Howell consumed a piece of chocolate before he died. We know that he died of poison, but we still aren't sure that chocolate was the cause. It's true. If we keep pushing the chocolate theory, Cocorico will most definitely bring that up. I just realized I left something open. There we go. So I thought to myself, if one were to consume the wrapper itself, then that might provide proof of whether it contains traces of poison. Wait, were you thinking of eating the wrapper? Maybe. Well, stop those thoughts right now. I'm not going to let you potentially kill yourself like that. I knew you'd say. That's why I already... Excuse me? That's why I already consumed the wrapper. You know, like an idiot. 45 minutes ago? What is that needle? Doctor, is Sparrowson okay? Well, he's not conscious, but he's stable. I think it's safe to say that your friend is not on his deathbed. How'd you say this happened again? It's a long story. Lawyering, occupational hazard. Doctor, can you tell me what poison causes? I have no idea. I'm an expert in mental health, not toxicology. Why are we here? But I've sent for a specialist who should be here by tomorrow morning. He will make a full assessment. That's good to hear. Thanks, doctor. Wait, there's a matter of the bill? Are you kidding me? Well, rest assured that your friend is in good hands. Thank you. This is terrible. What the hell is Sparrowson thinking? I can't win a case like this. I liked the zoom in. Like, he had some kind of, like, insane knowledge. And he's like, 45 minutes ago. And I'm like, you fucking idiot. Oh, you! I finally found you! Someone saying something? Running around like a headless chicken. You're one tricky lawyer to find. Told you to drop the investigation, but you just wouldn't listen. Who's speaking? I can't see you, Monsieur. Step forward. Alright, I'll step forward. But it'll be the last thing you'll ever see. What the fuck is happening? I am supposed to be in a courtroom. He threw me in a river. Au revoir, JJ Falcon. What just happened? Where am I? Am I dead? No, that can't be right. This is nighttime. I'm just sleeping. If I focus and count to 3, I should be able to wake up. That's how you get to lucid dreaming. 1, 2. What is this? Did it work? No. Do you see these weird waves? We're in a mirage. Oh, fuck this lady. Dame Catalina. Can't believe how easy you were to fool. I put on a cutesy voice, acted all innocent, you ate the whole thing up. Shut up! Oh my god, please. Why, Monsieur Falcon, it was your accusations that put Baron Rogil on death row. It wasn't my fault. Where are you going? Coward. Out of my way, Severin. I'm not done talking to Dame Catalina. It wasn't my fault? Is that the excuse you make after all of your failures? I'm not making excuses. Failure after failure after failure. No desire to improve yourself. You're a joke of a lawyer, JJ. I already knew that. Don't call me JJ. That's all you have to say? Pathetic. You don't deserve to stand in your grandfather's shadow. Whoa, what? Character background. My grandfather? I'll prove you wrong. I can do better. Oh, it's you. You're not dead. Have you come to break me too? What? No, I'm just here to tell you to wake up. Wake up, Monsieur. Wake up. Hey, can you hear me? I said wake up. No! I feel like we got nothing done. What is happening? Come on, Monsieur, wake up. Oh, it's this guy. I said wake up. You're starting to worry me. Did you fish me out? Wait, he's not a fisherman, guys. We cannot say that. He's a kingfisher, but that does not mean he is a fisherman. That's just racist. I wasn't sure whether I would have to find a doctor or a mortician. Ugh, my head. Where am I? The Pont des Arts. You know, by the Louvre in Paris, France. Just fished you out of the scene. Nearly broke my rod doing it. You... Okay. Wait, I know you. You're the disrespectful lawyer guy. Giro Falco or something. What time is it? Actually, what day is it? You hit your head pretty hard, huh? It's the 21st of January and around 9 o'clock in the morning by my reckoning. 21st, 9 o'clock. Oh no, the trial! I should have been at the court this 10 minutes ago. Well, you're running late, but take it easy, Monsieur. I'm sure they'll be understanding. Maybe if I sprint it. In your condition, that would be stupid. Take a seat, clear your head. I'll go get some dry clothes. No time. Wait, at least take this before you go. What's this? A dig pen? No, it's a modern fountain pen. Bone handle, gold nib. This is very fancy. Thanks, Monsieur, but this isn't mine. Really? Are you sure? You were holding it pretty tightly when I found you. I was holding this? Then I suppose it has to be mine. Good logic. Thanks, fisherman. I owe you one. He's not a fisherman. He's gonna lose his mind. Don't call me a fisherman! This fucking game. Is the defense not present? Such unprofessionalism. If there's no defense, then this trial cannot proceed any further. We must make a ruling based on the evidence that's already been presented. I will now converse with the jury. We shall decide whether Prince Juan is guilty of murdering Major Howell and conspiring to murder the king. Your Honor, may I have a word? Fine, but make it quick. I'm a firm believer that a trial must be orderly and punctual. There is no room for wishy-washy dilly-dallying, but it seems somewhat rash to end a trial session the moment it is due to start. Perhaps it would be prudent to wait 5 or 10 minutes in case the defense is just a little tardy. Then the trial still has a chance to proceed, and justice will be served. This guy's speaking sense for once in his life, stupid chicken. You're the prosecution, are you not? You have nothing to worry about. A guilty verdict is all but guaranteed. This guy treats trials like a game. Your Honor, you appear confused. I'm not here to secure a guilty verdict. Of course you are. You're a prosecutor. By definition, you're here to prosecute. No, my job description is to prosecute, but I am here in this courtroom to ensure that justice is served. An unfair and unbalanced trial is not in the spirit of justice. It's very noble of you, but if the defense is absent, then there's little that can be done. I'll hear no more about this matter. I will now talk with the jury. I'm here! The defense is present, Your Honor. Good guy, Rooster. Yeah, right. You're too late, Falcon. Bonjour, JJ. You look like a total mess. Did you take a morning swim in the sea or something? I'll go with the or something. Something like that. Your Honor, we are all present. We are only 3 minutes over schedule. Let's not needlessly dirty the pure name of justice. Rules are rules, prosecutor. Falcon clearly has no respect for legal procedure. Frankly, for turning up while looking like a drowned rat, I ought to hold him in contempt of court. Wow. Fuck this guy. Your Honor. But Your Honor, rules are rules. One more out of either you, and I shall be both disbarred. It's a pity. The King of France was most looking forward to standing behind the witness podium. The King of France? He's here? Look at this penguin. Oh, are we not doing the trial after all? That's a pity. Your Majesty. What a surprise. Well, you see. You know, it's my 7th time testifying against a would-be assassin. You have a very adorable emote. Oh my god. That is so cute. But it's the first time seeing a trial where the case has ended before it even began. Well, the defense, he was late and, pish-posh. France didn't become a great and dignified kingdom through rigorous punctuality. Let's go ahead with this trial. It'll be fun. Look, I'll say the oath to get us started. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Did I get it right? That was perfect, Your Majesty. JJ, I trust you have no objections with the king testifying. No objections here. Going ahead with the trial is fine by me. And surely you wouldn't stand in the way of the king, would you, Your Honor? What are these emotes? So many. Ah, fine. Proceed with this cursed trial. Excellent. Dancing! Now, Your Majesty, could you tell us your activities on the day of the murder? My activities? Well, I started my day with tea and toast, as I normally do. I was dressed in my PJs at the time. I think you can skip ahead a little. Oh, right, of course. Well, my entourage and I entered through the Louvre South entrance around 9 o'clock. Sounds good. Hope you have tasty dinner. We passed through the Side du Tibre with little fanfare. At the Grande Galerie, I unveiled the new painting and gave a short speech to inspire the citizens who attended. Oh, wow. That's when I was approached by a man claiming to be the Prince of Spain. Presented a rose, which was taken by Major Howell, and well, I think you know the rest. Indeed we do, Your Majesty. Madams and messieurs of the court, what we have here is another testimony that establishes Prince Juan's guilt. And this is no ordinary testimony, it is the testimony of perhaps the most trustworthy man in all of France. Oh, you flatter me, prosecutor, but I am the trustworthiest in all the kingdom, aren't I? I have no doubts, Your Majesty. Nonetheless, I'd like to perform a cross-examination. How dare you doubt your king? The utter nerve. Oh, calm yourself, Judge. I have no qualms with standard legal procedure. Defense, please proceed. I want to see the best courtroom drama material. Select a statement to question. We entered through the Louvre's south entrance, passed through the Salle du Tibre. In the Grand Galerie, they unveiled the new painting. That, I believe, is accurate. That's when I was approached by a man claiming to be the Prince of Spain. Part of me wonders if we should question the Prince of Spain bit, because you'd think the French royalty would know the Spanish royalty, and Juan was definitely not part of the Spanish royalty. It was a fake guy. But then again, that almost leads more credence to the fact that a fake prince is trying to kill the French king. I don't know. That makes me a little nervous. I want to look at some of this new shit that we got. Falcon awoke with the Ponte Arts with a fountain pen in hand, contains green ink. 2 ticket stubs for a train bound to Vienna. Seats are booked for Gautier and Nicole Signy. Yes. Okay. Okay. The green ink. I'm trying to figure out why that would be important. I'm a little nervous about this. We'll just see where this leads. Your Majesty, you say that you were presented with a rose by the Prince of Spain. Indeed, he formally introduced himself. I knew he was telling the truth because he called me Senor. Oh my god. Ugh. This seems like a dangerous path to take. He's just doing his diligence as a royal guard, and given how you took the figurative bullet from me, I would say he's did his job. No. asset to the case, but why are you trying to pull off now? Surprise witness. Surprise witness. Yeah, I remember you mentioning that Cocorico liked calling surprise witnesses, so I thought we could beat him at his own game. Oh my god. I brought the flower girl, Mademoiselle Signy, so that she could testify about Prince Juan's character. You're putting me in a difficult position, Sparrowson. Just moments before you arrived, we, the court, established that Mademoiselle Signy is a possible suspect for the case. What? That can't be right. Sparrowson, it's okay. Monsieur Falcon, I would like to testify. You want to testify? Do you understand what you are agreeing to? I do. I have accepted my fate. Prosecutor, do you have any objections to me calling upon Mademoiselle Signy as a witness? No, none. Bearing in mind, of course, that you're here to defend Prince Juan and not to convict Mademoiselle Signy. Prosecuting is my job. Of course. I have no objections either. Please proceed, witness. Speak the oath. The oath? Say that you swear to speak without hatred, without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. I swear, Your Honor, I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the truth and nothing but the truth. Good. Very good. Please state your name and occupation for the court record. My name is Catherine Marie Signy, and I am a flower seller. Mademoiselle Signy, tell the courtroom of your activities on the morning of the 7th of January. Very well. I saw the king and his entourage enter the Louvre around 9 o'clock. I followed. When they came to a stop in the Salle de Tiber, I stepped forward and offered the king a chocolate. He refused, but a guard, a big dog by the name of Major Howell, was happy to oblige. The guard died because I, personally, had previously added poison to the chocolates. No, that can't be right. I used poison derived from monkshood, a notoriously dangerous plant, as a flower seller. It was simple to acquire. Why did you do it, mademoiselle? Why, I'm sure people have tried to kill the king before, and people will try again. He is a vile man who has no respect or love for the people who suffer under him. I did it to better the French people? I don't believe that at all. Falcon, say something. Mademoiselle, are you being coerced or threatened? No, monsieur, I'm confessing out of my own volition. It is my guilt and nobody else's. Fuck. I suppose that gets your client, Prince Juan, completely off the hook. Lucky you, so shall we wrap this court session up? No. I wish to uncover the truth. You aren't here to uncover the truth, you're here to defend Prince Juan, and you've done that job with a disgusting level of diligence. Nonetheless, I believe the Mademoiselle has omitted something of huge importance. I wish to question her further. Something of huge importance. I won't allow it. Fine. Can I at least show something to the witness? You and the prosecutor are a right pair of moralizing blowhards, aren't you? You're trying to do my head in. Fine. If it will shut you up, I will let you show one magical mystery item to the witness. Can't imagine you'll have anything up your sleeve to change the flow of this trial, though. Monsieur Falcon, save it. I have nothing more to say. Okay, I think we need to show her the tickets that her parents probably took. Because I think someone was threatening her parents, and we need to show her that her parents are not here, and they are safe. I feel dumb, but is Vienna a different country? I don't know why I don't know that. I want to make sure they're out of the country before I go and show this evidence in front of the wolf foxy guy that I think Vienna is Austria's capital. No, it's Austria's capital when I Google it. Vienna, Austria's capital, lies in the country's east on the Danube River. I'm going to show her the tickets. Please take a look at these, mademoiselle. Train ticket stubs. Look at the names. Papa and Maman. In Vienna? Really? Are they really safe? They are. The tickets were arranged courtesy of the fox. Then, that means the wolf has nothing to hold over me. I can speak freely. Indeed. Go ahead, mademoiselle. What are you two muttering about down there? I'm amending my testimony, Your Honor. Members of the court, everything I've said today has been the truth. I did go to the Louvre on the 7th of January. I did present a box of poisoned chocolates to the king, except it was not of my volition. I was threatened. I was forced to carry out the task under threat of harm. You see, my family has been struggling to get by. The winter has been harsh, and my flower business has been struggling. One day, a man approached me. A man I assumed to be kind-hearted. This man offered me 200 francs to get through the winter, but I could not afford to repay the debt. When I attempted to bargain with the man, he offered me a deal, a system with murder, and he would drop all debts, refuse, and he would ruin me and my parents. I obliged because the alternative meant death for those I love. The name of the man who did this is Judge Romulus. Oh, look at the shiny lines. I've already gotten 2 of those this stream. We're only 30 minutes in. Ha! What a creative story. This is obviously a last-minute desperate attempt at passing the buck. The sheer laziness of this girl to accuse a man she's never met before. She's blatantly floundering. Indeed, I've heard dozens of self-pitying yarns during my time as a prosecutor, although admittedly, this is the first time I've seen a witness directly accuse a judge. Quite a brazen gambit, but in any case, these sorts of stories never turn out to be true. They're always proven to be fabrications born of desperation. I've never been more honest, Monsieur. Listen, I would like to believe your story, but accusing a man, a judge no less, of conspiring to murder the king is a hugely serious accusation. Do you have any proof to support your story? Proof? You say the judge lent you money? Then you must have signed a contract when you made the transaction. That contract would suffice as proof. The contracts were all verbal. He said the money was a gift at first and only later said that I had to repay him. How convenient. Of course this supposed contract doesn't exist. Mademoiselle has no proof because her story is a blatant lie. Falcon, you have to do something. Do we have anything to link Judge Romulus to Mademoiselle Signy? A link. Of course. Member of the court. I know for certain that the Mademoiselle's story is true. I can say with certainty that Judge Romulus has made contact with Mademoiselle Signy in the past. I know this because at the very moment I'm holding a key piece of the evidence that links Judge Romulus directly to the crime scene. Oh, fuck. I mean, it's gotta be. I think it's gotta be the pen. But I don't know why. No. But if I were to present it right now, it wouldn't prove anything. Oh, shit. I don't know. I don't have anything. Do I? I don't think I do. Is it page 44? Oh, God. Fuck. I honestly don't know. I don't think I have anything. It can't be the chocolate wrapper. What did I click on the page? I'd be very surprised if it was Don Quixote. Because we've already talked about Don Quixote on this page, telling us that the fox was on the west side. So this is like the Louvre. This is where the entrance, this is the entrance they came in, and we proved that he was over here. And he came in this way, using the book. I honestly don't. Yeah, I get it. I don't know what I'm supposed to be using. Oh, shit. I don't know what the item was supposed to be. How the hell is it? I don't know what I was supposed to have. I don't like that it was making me think I had something. I don't think I had it. Well, we got the not guilty. But I don't know what I was supposed to have. Your Honor, what will happen to me? You? Well, you haven't been formally tried yet, but fortunately for you, we have a free trial slot this afternoon. We should be able to determine your guilt by nightfall. I feel so bad. Do you know why I hired you? No. I hired you because I thought you were a lawyer with a philosophy, and I stand by that. You're a man with strong ideals, just unrefined like an unpolished gemstone. It's not talk. In any case, here's your payment. Keep it. I dragged you in. This is only fair that I compensate you for your time. I think this is the last you will see of Prince Juan, but feel free to come by R&M Associates if you need any help in the future. I did. Are you going to be in charge of prosecuting Mademoiselle Signy? Probably. Why? Do you think you can get a reduced sentence for attempting to murder the king? The lawyer can save the flower girl now. I don't know what I was supposed to do. I guess. I don't know what I was supposed to do. I kind of want to look it up. Do I remember the July Revolution? No. Of course, how could I ever forget? The chanting, the violence, the smell of gunpowder. 3 glorious days. What is... This must be just like what they're showing of the revolution, but like, whoa. I don't know what I was supposed to have. The Sleeping City. I can't believe he's skipping work again. I really want to Google it. I swear if I find that moping bird brain at La Canard Joya. Oh, finally. Good morning, Falcon. Morning. No, wait. It's 2 in the afternoon. That means the official greeting is... Where the hell have you been, lazy bones? Do what we do in Fire Emblem and reset the chapter. I was thinking we could play through it and then maybe... like, play it again, maybe, depending on... Because I heard there's different endings. So. It's far too early for this level of roasting. Past the Cabernet Sauvignon. No way. We've got important business to discuss. I can't do that if you're half drunk. Monju, give me a break. I haven't slept a good night's sleep since the trial. Something on your mind? Actually, yes. It was what the wolf judge said. About a revolution. That guy was off his rocker. And besides, if we worry about every potential French revolution, we'd never get any work done at all. Am I right? Yeah, maybe you're right. Worrying doesn't do us any good. Tell me about the important business you wanted to discuss. Oh yeah, the business. A letter. This one's from the Paris Police Department. Fancy wax seal and everything. That is a fancy seal. Well, go ahead, Sparrowson. You may have the honors. All right. Monsieur Falcon, meet me on the rooftop cafe opposite the Place de la Bastille. I have a proposal. Regards, Inspector Valerti. That's it. How terse. Valerti's letter has been added to your evidence folder. A proposal from the inspector? Interesting. Do you have any idea what sort of proposal he has in mind? Not a clue. So, are we gonna meet him and find out? We may as well. I don't know what sort of proposal the inspector has in mind, but we'd be foolish to reject it without even hearing him out. I just need to know. I was wondering if it was updated with she did. Grab your coat. Alright, no dilly-dallying. I like it. Oh, but before I forget, I need to drop by the hospital at some point. What'd you eat this time? No, it's nothing like that. Well, not entirely. I need to pay for the bill for my last visit. Oh, that's reasonable. Sure, we can pay a visit, but the inspector's call should take a priority, I think. I feel really bad about the swan lady. Oh, it was way up there. I didn't even see it on the map. Brr. It's far too cold to be meeting on a rooftop cafe. Why couldn't the inspector have chosen a comfier location? Who knows? Maybe the inspector likes the view because it reminds him of his days guarding the old Bastille under the ancient regime. Wait, you think the inspector worked here during the ancient regime? Do you think that's how he got his war wounds? It was a joke, Sparrowson. I'm pretty sure the inspector isn't that old. Oh. Well, well, well. Severin, what are you doing here? Settle down, JJ, just like you was invited here by the inspector. What could he want with all three of us? It's hardly unusual for the lawyers and police of France to collaborate. The inspector probably has a big investigation role that requires all hands on deck. A big investigative role. Sounds juicy. Oh, by the way, did you hear what happened to Judge Romulus? No. What? Turns out that he acquired his position as judge through illegal means, so a warrant has been put out for his arrest. He's a wanted... He acquired his position through illegal means? What does that even mean? I'm a little hazy on the details. Something about pushing another judge into the same... I can't believe that. Anyway, I'm sure he'll be gone before long. Nobody manages to escape the long arm of the law forever. Speaking of which... Ah, good, you're all here. Excuse me, Monsieur Mr. Inspector Valerity, sir. Falk and I were wondering, did you get your injuries while defending the old Bastille prison? Don't drag me into this, you fool. I was joking. You impudent whelps. I'm not that old. I sustained these injuries when in the July Revolution 18 years ago. I was a royal guard, just a lowly peon. The air was thick with gunpowder and blood. Oh, great, now you set him off. We were given the order to charge at a rebel barricade. My comrades and I fastened our bayonets. Suddenly, boom! Without warning, a gunpowder keg exploded. My comrades were dead. I was heavily wounded. And that's when I looked up and saw a looming figure standing between the gargoyles and Notre Dame. It was the Viridian Killer himself. This is a fascinating story, Inspector, but perhaps you could tell us why we're here. Oh, right. Of course, why we're here. What I'm about to tell you is to remain strictly confidential, you understand? It's a matter of national security. As you've probably heard, France is under a threat from a certain heinous group. Revolutionaries. Revolutionaries, indeed. Rebels. Rebel scum! There's a storm brewing in the shadows of Paris. We, the Paris Police Department, have known about it for months. No, years. In every tavern and on every street corner, people talk of organizing protests and overthrowing the government. The king has ordered for public gatherings to be dispersed and newspapers to be censored, but the whispers of dissent remain. No surprise there. If you take away an angry citizen's ability to speak, they will just get even angrier. Indeed, and that's why it's paramount that we find and strike at the heart of the rebel group as soon as possible. For that, I need your help. What exactly do you want us to do? Interview citizens, scout locations, find the secret rebel meeting location that has escaped the eyes of the police. Do we have any leads? Just one. We know that the rebels are having weapons supplied to them by a crooked merchant who's only referred to as the croque monsieur. Like the sandwich? What? The croque monsieur. It's a hot sandwich. Cheese, ham, a little bechamel. Throw on some peppers if it's a Friday night. This has nothing to do with sandwiches. Croque monsieur is the alias of an accomplished and notoriously dangerous arms dealer. In any case, that's everything the Parisian police know. That's everything? That's all you have to demonstrate after years of tracking? Naturally, as a public prosecutor, it is my duty to help the police with their investigative work. I'd be honored to lend any and all assistance. Suck up. That's very good to hear, Monsieurs Cocorico, but what about you, Falcon? Well, to be honest, Inspector, I didn't understand why you were asking me. I'm a private defense attorney. I work for citizens who get stuck in legal trouble. Rebel hunting isn't quite my forte. You want to know why I'm asking you? Look around you, Falcon. We're surrounded by corruption and incompetence. The judges are bloodthirsty wolves, the jailers are thieving ravens, and the National Guard are sitting ducks. Look at the slackers and dullards who are supposedly protecting and serving this country. Nobody cares about justice anymore. You saw my shameful display at the previous trials. Those are the results I produced with imbeciles to assist me. But you three, you care. Falcon, I saw you defending Dame Catalina and Prince Juan. I heard of your escapades around the city, frantically collecting evidence and interviewing witnesses. Frankly, you did more investigative work over the last month than I've seen any policeman do in a year. Not including myself, of course. But Dame Catalina, doesn't matter. You have passion and conviction, and you aren't a total bird brain. By my book, that makes you a fantastic investigator, even if that's not in your job description. So what do you say? Do you want to sit around your office twiddling your thumbs when another pointless job offer falls into your lap? Or do you want to take this opportunity to do something great and help us track down the animals who wish to harm our glorious nation? I'd be honored to help my country. I'd be honored to help my country, Inspector. Consider us on board. Excellent, just what I wanted to hear. I had no idea you were such a patriot, JJ. There's nothing wrong with a little national pride. Yeah, pride is fine and all, but do we get any compensation for this? Of course, here's 50 francs. You will receive another 50 upon completion of your work. Oh, 50 francs, we're being undersold. Spares. This is a great opportunity. I don't want to keep you any longer than necessary. You already have all the key facts of the investigation. Find the elusive Croque Monsieur. I don't know how to pronounce that. Find where the rebels are congregating. Those are your 2 tasks. I'll check up on your progress in 3 weeks' time. See what you can accomplish by then. I'll be doing my own independent investigation to the rebel group, JJ, so I suppose this is a competition of sorts. Croquet? Okay. Try to keep up with me. Don't make me laugh, Severin. I'll have all the rebel leaders behind bars before you even have your first suspect. Oh boy. Come on, Sparson, we have a Croque Monsieur to hunt. Okay, let's go. I knew little competition would kick these bird brains into gear. Well, Inspector, this has been a productive meeting. I should probably start my investigation into the Croque Monsieur too. Not so fast, Cocorico. There's something else we need to discuss. I don't like that. Oh, wow, we got the entire town on our hands. Do we just go top down? Maybe. Excuse me, madam. Do you have a moment to talk about the cult of reason? Peddle your pyramid scheme somewhere else, but I've got a kid to feed. Madam, it's not a pyramid scheme. Madam, take a leaflet at least. Well, what about you, Monsieur? Would you like to learn about the glorious teachings of Jacques Hébert? Cultism? Not today, Monsieur. I've already been in my fair share of cults. But this cult's different. Remember the cult of reason, huh? Strange. I thought that cult died out way back in the Revolution. Hey, Falcon, that person. He looks like a run-of-the-mill cultist. I can see that, but doesn't his face look familiar to you? Familiar. He does look familiar. Actually, the resemblance is uncanny. Shall we get his attention? Uh-oh, he spotted us. Hey, how's it going? Wait, Monsieur, we would like a quick word. Come back. Teach us about the wonders of the cult of reason. He's gone. So I'm not going crazy, right? That guy was a spitting image of Judge Romulus, wasn't he? Can't deny the similarity. Then again, there are plenty of wolves in Paris. Maybe there's no link at all. Either way, we have an investigation to conduct. Let's focus on that. Right. Where to first? Guess we'll just do our norm. Back in the old Salle du Tiber. Still don't see anybody around to interview. Yeah, can't imagine this room being any use for us unless we want any priceless Roman artifacts, of course. Oh, I tried. Hey, the porcupine's back. Let's see, who to question? Oh dear, it's these guys again. Keep it together, Eric. Maybe they won't recognize you. Excuse me, Monsieur. It's us, the Philistines, remember? Are they talking to me? Yep, definitely talking to me. Okay, deep breaths, Eric. Hi! We have a couple of questions if it's no trouble. Oh, it's no trouble. No trouble at all. What's the deal with the cultist outside? Now we'll start up here. Do you know anything about an uprising? An uprising? You know, people getting angry, being violent, overthrowing the government, stuff like that. Goodness, no, I don't know anything about that sort of thing. Never mind then. What's the deal with the cultist outside? The cultist? You mean that cult of reason fellow? Yeah, he accosted me a few days ago. We chatted for a while, not by choice, of course, but before I could get out. But because I didn't know how to get out of the conversation. He got a little out of hand. He insisted I take a pamphlet. Let's have a look at this. Be Your Own God, an introductory guide to the cult of reason by Jacques Hébert. And he even added his own signature, see? At the bottom here? To my bestest bud, Eric. Happy reading. Best wishes, Sylvius. Green ink, too. What a fiendish color of choice. I don't have the green pen anymore. The pen was green. Like, I was such a slimeball. We aren't even close to bestest buddies. At least we know the cultist's name, Sylvius. Do you mind if we keep this pamphlet? Be my guest. I don't want it. Signed, Cult Guide has been added to your evidence folder. Did you want something else? That's all. Thanks for your time, Monsieur. You've been a great help. It's no trouble. No trouble at all. Hey, Falcon. Isn't that our friend? You! Oh, never mind. It's just you two. How's the work going, Monsieur? Ugh, don't ask. I'm trying not to think about it. Endless piles of dog poop and litter. So what do you want? I haven't found any interesting bits of paper today, if that's what you're hoping for. Okay. Legitimate question. Do the dog people of this world poop in the grass everywhere? Or do the animal people in general also own domesticated dogs that we see in our world? So it's like animal owning animal. That's what that makes me wonder. Actually, we just wanted to ask a couple of questions if you have a moment. I have a moment. Just the one, mind. Do you know about an uprising? Mr. Rubinio, do you know about an uprising? I mean, like, a rebellion? Yeah, I've heard rumors. There are a lot of uneasy people in Paris. What kind of rumors? Nothing specific, just that there's a group planning to form a huge protest before the end of February. Some say it might go violent. If you're wise, you'd probably fly out of the city as soon as possible. So people say, do you plan on leaving? I couldn't if I wanted to. No thanks to you guys. But in any case, I'm sticking around for the photograph opportunities. Wartime photography. Imagine the possibilities. Sounds dangerous. Sounds like a good way to get hit by a stray bullet. I guess, but all that danger just means that'll pay really well. I thought this plan through. Evidently. Anyway, did you want something else? What's the deal with the cultist? Did you see the cultist in the Place du Carrousel? Yep, he's been hanging around all week. Today he tried to hand me a leaflet, so I told him where to put it. Hey, where would that be? What? Where did you tell him to put the leaflet? Oh, I see. Never mind. Monsieur Rubinio, what do you know about that guy? What's his story? His story? How should I know? He's just a cultist loser. The Louvre attracts these types of crazies all the time. I see. Did you two want something else? No, that's it. We let you get back to work, Monsieur. Let's go back here. Are we all done here? I like to think so. A new day. Oh wait, now we know we have a timeline until February. I think perhaps going to a bar would be beneficial. You know? No drinking. Bad Falcon. Bad Falcon. Calm down, Sparrowson. I'm just here for information. Taverns are the first place people go to moan about the government. Therefore, they are perfect rebel breeding grounds. Oh, that makes sense. Ah, it's you two. What will it be today? Wine or beer? I'm afraid it's just questions for now, Madame Connell. We're looking for a man called the Croque Monsieur. Croquet Monsieur. No, that name doesn't sound familiar at all. Okay. Have you heard of any of your patrons bad-mouthing the government? Of course, this is a tavern, hon. If people couldn't come here to grope and talk politics, where else would they go? That's true, but has anyone stood out? Well, just between you and me, the pair on the drinking floor have been acting very shifty. Now, I'm not saying they are or aren't rebels, but they're doing far too much talking and not enough drinking, if you know what I mean. I think I do. Thank you, madam. Let's see where to go. Let's gamble first, because otherwise I won't remember. I am here to play cards. Very well. I do remember how to play. Yeah, right. Don't get cocky, Falcon. I do what I want. Alright. Great. Great. Ugh! Fuck. One day more. Another day, another destiny. Kit Blackjack scrub, yeah. That was a really unfortunate beginning. Fuck. I should just stop. How'd the fox case go? We saved the fox, but accidentally condemned the swan. So, we saved Prince Juan. Oh no. I'm just gambling my concerns away. It was like, the judge is the guy who, threatened the swan to... So the swan actually poisoned the king. Or tried to poison the king. But the swan was coerced into doing it. We're just gonna stand. Because every time I go past 14, I get dunked on. No, I'm done. Bodied? Yeah. And that's when the Mademoiselle told me to put the order in. No idea what she's going to keep him in, though. Here, you know she hates being called Mademoiselle. You're going to get stuck with guard duty again. Oh, right, you are. The Madam it is. Wait, she ain't married, is he? So why do we have to call her Madam? Why don't you ask herself? Oh, no way. She'd straight up eat me alive if I asked that directly. Wait, hush up. Do you smell that? It smells like eavesdroppers. Can I help you, monsieurs? What are you talking about? If we ask them if they know the croquet monsieur, we're going to get eaten alive. Well, I'd like to include you in our conversation, but to be perfectly honest, I don't think it's any of your business. It's our business. We want to join the rebels. Hold on, Pierre. Let me handle this. Listen, messieurs. I've seen you two around a couple times. We're acquaintances, I suppose. Now, I don't know who you are, but I do know that your line of work involves a fair amount of investigation. Therefore, I must assume that you're some sort of detective or prosecutor. Am I far off the mark? Well, as I thought. Now, I don't claim to be any part of Secret Level Alliance. I've never heard of such a thing. But if I remember of such a hypothetical group, I would not allow the entry of a man of the law like yourself. Understood? Damn, that's a solid shutdown. Yeah, I'll try asking something else. I guess it'll be... Where'd you get that swanky hat? Huh? This old thing? It's just a regular cap I bought from... Oh man, someone finally noticed me awesome hat! I've been waiting for years for someone to notice it. Look at this thing. Who's a pretty Polly? I'm the prettiest Polly. Anyways, I bought it from a Mademoiselle in Les Eyes. I thought the shop was called Ruse Odds and Ends or some such. Fantastic, thank you, Monsieur. Nice, Falcon. Now you can buy a swanky hat too. But we're no closer to covering the mystery of the croque monsieur. Where'd you get the rifle? See, you're carrying a rifle. Evidently. Who manufactured it? Oh, good question. See, most hunters around here are carrying old French Charlevilles, but this beauty is something special. See? It's American, from the Springfield Armory. Model 1812, percussion lock firing mechanism. American musket, you say? That's certainly quite special. It must have been hard to procure. It's true that you can't buy guns of this quality from standard street sellers, but if you know the right people, please go on. Well, okay, listen carefully. You didn't hear it from me, but to meet the croque monsieur, actually, it'd be foolish for me to explain in public. It would be much easier for you if you just take this. The Book of Judges. What is this? Some sort of law book? The book's subject is not important. Just take it. Oh, I see. It's the Book of Judges from the Bible. Old Testament stories of God smiting people and such. I appreciate the gift, monsieur, but I'm not religious. Nor am I. Then why are you... Just take it, you idiot! Bible books are what we use to pass around them code phrases, don't we? Code phrases? Hero, please, I'm trying to be low-key, and I can't do that if you're mouthing off with that big beak of yours. What's this new case about? We're trying to find the rebels in the town. Apparently. Right you are. Try to forget what my friend said. Just... With a little searching and with the contents of that good book, you should be able to get what you desire. Is this a religious metaphor? I don't know what you're talking about. No, monsieur. I'm being very literal. The Book of Judges has been added to your evidence folder. Well, thank you for the gift, Monsieur. But to be honest, I have no idea how this is supposed to lead me to our gun salesman. Ah, I see. Well, I hear that there's an excellent friar who performs Bible readings at Notre Dame Cathedral. Perhaps if you show the man your new book, he'll be able to help you find a particularly spiritual passage. Are you sure this isn't a religious metaphor? I feel like you're trying to convert me. I assure you, I'm as secular as they come, Monsieur. Friar at Notre Dame Cathedral. Thank you, Monsieur. I'll take a note. Was there something else that you wanted? No, that's it. It's nothing. Get out of here already. You two seem like decent fellows. You shouldn't get involved in this rebellion business. Just do whatever you need to do with the croquet, Monsieur, and get out of Paris. That's what a smart person would do. I appreciate the advice, Monsieur. I think we need to go to Notre Dame. Are we ready to hit the road? I think so. I'm glad I thought of the bar. I should have thought of that earlier. Now we're like a day behind. I don't know what this is about. Let's go to Notre Dame, though. That's like an actual lead. Leffen beats Salem in Ultimate? Oh, man. Scaffolding lines much of the crumbling outer wall. Unperturbed, a handful of devotees are silently kneeled in thought. In awe of the side of this. Oh, wow. Here for a little prayer, are we, Falcon? I had no idea you were the religious type. Don't be silly. I'm following up on Fontaine's lead. We must find our mystery friar. Do you think it's that hunched over fellow over there? I bet it's him. He looks super suspicious. Could be. Let's show some tact. Excuse me, Monsieur Friar. Do you know what tact is, Sparrowson? Welcome, my brothers. Welcome. All are welcome under the roof of the house of God. That's a hymn. All are welcome. All. That's a song. Can't spell Salem without Esam handing you an L. Oh my god. Are you here to confess your sins, or perhaps you wish to join in our services? Actually, Friar, we're here because Falcon, that friar, he looks eerily familiar. He does look familiar. Now that you mention it, he does look a little like the guy who delivers our post, does he? What? No, that's not who I meant. And how does he look anything like our postman? Am I going mad? Your friend appears to be upset. Don't mind him. He's just in a huff because he thinks you look like this judge we once met. Judge Romulus? I get that all the time. I'm his twin brother, you see. Oh, good, I'm not going mad. Friar, would you say that you had a good relationship with Romulus? We were close, but as you may have heard, he got in trouble with the law recently. I haven't seen him in weeks. I see. I didn't mean to pry. It's no trouble, but tell me, why are you here, my brothers? Oh, right. Well, we have a couple of questions. Could you take a look at this? I also want to know what's up with the scaffolding, because Notre Dame architecture, but... Friar, we have something we'd like to show you. This book of Judges. Could you take a look at this? We heard that you could give special passage readings. Oh, I see. You have your own copy of the Book of Judges. I think you'll find chapter 15, verse 2 to be particularly enlightening. Let's see. Chapter 15, verse 2. This chapter follows the journey of Samson, the heroic judge with divine strength. In this part of the scripture, Samson is confronted by the men who are angered by Samson's notion of justice. Please, could you read the passage? Okay. 3,000 men of Judah went to the top of the rock of Etam. They said to Samson, Knowest thou not that the Philistines are rulers over us? What is it that thou hast done unto us? And Samson said unto them, As they did unto me, so have I done unto them. As they did unto me, so I have done unto them. A beautiful sentence, wouldn't you agree? We're going to go, it's poetic. It's poetic, a beautiful summation of justice. You understand the passage. That's delightful here. I say it to maintain trust with this guy. That's delightful to hear. Yes, Samson was a great judge. Not a judge of today who sits on a high chair and files endless paperwork, but an old judge, a holy judge, a shofet. Shofets were to be admired and feared. They made their own judgments and dispensed their own punishments. Kill him. Dude, if we could, I would consider it, but I don't think we can. And I'm starting to ramble, aren't I? Okay, let's get back to the point. The key word of the day is Etam. That's the name of the cave where Samson hid, the rock of Etam. Etam. Got it. I'll make a note. It's like a backwards mate, but I'm confused. What do we do with this keyword? It is for you to learn on your own, my brothers. You appear to be intelligent. I'm sure that if you put your faith in the right people, you can uncover the truth. We'll see what we can do. Is there anything else I can help you with today? Perhaps you wish to make a confession? What's with the scaffolding? What's with all the scaffolding? Is some sort of construction work going on? That's right. A little repair, a little renovation. It's no secret that the cathedral has seen better days. Especially today. The cult of reason did a lot of damage back in the days of the revolution. But now we're well on our way to restoring the holy place to its former glory. The cult of reason, the religion of Christianity. Hey, Falcon. What's the difference between a religion and a cult? Don't be rude, Sparrowson. Don't worry, my brother. I understand how it is. To a young person, all ideologies look like gobbledygook in different packaging, don't they? Pretty much. Then maybe you'll come to learn the differences as you grow up. I promise some ideologies are worth following until the very end. Debate. Let's not talk anymore about cults and ideology. Did you want anything else? I don't know what I said. I think we're done here. Thank you for your time, Friar. Go in peace, my brothers. No, I don't. Apparently... Don't give her too much credit. She probably doesn't. Oh. There's 31 days in January, so we have 3 places we can go before February. Kirby, do you know what I said? Because I have no fucking clue. Okay. You don't listen to me. Wow. I wonder if we should go back to the loop and see if we can catch the wolf guy handing out pamphlets and then go, "Itam," to him. And then he'll be like, "Oh shit, you're a part of..." You're like, "One of us." My gut says let's do that. You have no idea what's going on. I don't think we're gonna get much. I was hoping that the Foxy guy... Oh yes, we wasted a day. That's fine. I was hoping the wolf would be there and then we could like... The after birthday crunking made you miss an hour. Well, we don't want to go loop. We know that's not worth anything. Maybe we should go here? I don't know. I'm kind of just floundering, to be honest. Hey. I believe this is our first time meeting without disguises or pretenses. Oh, but first things first. Elsie, would you kindly fetch our guests some tea? Of course. All of it. The chamomile. Let's get down to business. What is it that you two came here for? We just have a couple of questions. Have you heard rumor of an uprising? These days a man can't walk into a tavern without hearing your men whispering about violence and revolt. I dare say that Paris may find herself in the midst of yet another revolution before the end of winter. What can you tell us about the centers specifically? Do you know where they are meeting? I'm afraid I only know what you can read in the papers, Monsieur. No, anti-government protesters were meeting out in the open until the government clamped down on large public banquets. With the banquets gone, who knows where the dissenters went? I see. No, we aren't talking about the sandwich. Perfect, dude. Are you referring to the black market salesman, the man who claims to be able to procure anything no matter how illegal? Yes, that sounds exactly. No, I just know his vile reputation. I see. Then do you have any idea how we can find him? I know. I shall do a little investigative work of my own. Come back in 3 days and I'll tell you where and when you can find the croque monsieur. A price. It's just a small fee. A mere 30 francs. Hey! Monsieur Vulpes, you must understand that this is no personal errand. We are investigating on behalf of the king and country. I'm running a business. A fox has to eat. Yeah, we'll do it. It's fine. We got the money. I didn't gamble it all away. As I promised, return in 3 days or later, and I'll tell you where the croque monsieur can be found. Rest assured, I will undertake my end of the bargain with care and diligence. Thank you. That's all. Okay, so hopefully it doesn't like immediately cut us off at the beginning of February. Oh, bother. Mousy tried. So now it's the 31st, and I feel like the last 2 days didn't get... I think yesterday got us something, but not much. Let's maybe just stop at Les Hayes real quick. Here's for some shopping, are we? Or is it interview time? I guess this is a big place. Actually, I was thinking Mademoiselle Signy. I know she's not here now, but the area just reminds me of her. Yeah, I know. It's just justice wasn't on our side today. We could go to the prison and ask criminals. Let's go to... This could be a good place, too. We could talk to the fisher. Well, well, well. If it isn't the rude lawyers. Oh, man. You know, you owe me, big guy. I owe you? Yeah, my fishing line snapped when I dragged you out of the water the other day. I had to buy a new reel. So the way I see it, you owe me 2 francs for the fishing line and 1,000,000 francs for saving your life. I don't have 1,000,000 and 2 francs. Really? But you look so bougie. Alright, I'll tell you what. 2 francs per line, we'll call it even. Fine. Consider it a gift of gratitude for saving my life. Much thanks, Monsieur. Now, why are you here? Why are we here? Alright, we have some questions. How's the fishing? Today, not a kipper. This new fishing line is really good, but I've run out of good bait, so it's practically useless by itself. That's an issue. So if we were to offer you some bait, would you be able to lend us some line? I guess. Sparrowson, why would you even ask that? We don't have any use for fishing line. Just checking the possibilities. You never know when we might need fishing line in the future. You're ridiculous, Sparrowson. Maybe we can help you with something else. Have you heard of this guy? A man called the Croque Monsieur. Nope, doesn't ring any bells. That's a strange name, though. Did the man name himself after the sandwich, or was the sandwich named after him? I have absolutely no idea. I can only aspire to have a sandwich named after me one day. The Sparrowson, thick slices of white bread, mayonnaise, cheese, chicken, bacon, slices of sausage, honey glazed ham. Stop. You'll give us all heart attacks. That's all. Bye, Monsieur Fisherman. Hey, you know I hate being called that. Sounds like a terrible sandwich. You're not wrong. We've already been to the Louvre twice, and it didn't work out. Way too much meat, although... Maybe we can talk to the wolf that's in prison. Why did we come here, Falcon? We don't have a client to defend? I had a thought. If we were to find criminals, maybe we should talk to the person who deals with them every day. Oh, you're looking for Quark, that pesky jailer. Where is he? Could be his day off. Maybe we should come back another time. Are you kidding me? We took a whole day for that? Get our information. You managed to dig up some good information, I trust? There's good news and there's bad news. Let's go with the bad news first. The croque-monsieur refuses to speak with anyone who does not know a secret password. If you want me to... Anyway, I've heard that he lurks around the Rue des Moments on Friday evenings. Des Marmosets? The Rue des Marmosets on the Monkey Road by Dorjam. That's easy enough to get to. Hey, Tom. That's the word. Wait, backwards. It's no problem at all, Monsieur. You've given us a fantastic lead. I'll be there Friday. We're sure you have a lot of investigative work to do. That we do. Thanks for all the help. Get bodied? No, we know the password. It's a Thursday, so tomorrow we can go and meet the guy. So... let's go to the library. For some reason, I think the library would be good. And then on Friday, we need to go to the street there. Time to hit the books, am I right? If you're looking for the croque-monsieur recipes, I guess that would be in the cooking session. We aren't here for recipes, Sparrowson. This librarian fellow seems pretty intelligent. If there's something we've overlooked, he would know. Would you mind lowering your voices? You're disturbing me during our daily crossword. Oh, I should have known. It's these two harlequins. It's good to see you too, Monsieur. We have some questions. Of course you do. Fine. Let's get this over with so I can get back to my puzzle. Do you know about an uprising? An uprising? Would you care to be more specific? A Paris uprising. You two cannot be serious. You want me to talk about every rebellion, revolution, and revolt that Paris has ever been through? We'd be here all night. What about an uprising that hasn't happened yet? A future uprising. I read the newspapers, Messieurs. The government tries to strangle the media, but the truth shines through the gap of censorship. The citizens' contempt for our current leaders is blatant. A future revolt is a very real possibility. That's all I know. I see. Let's try asking something else. Have you heard of the croque-monsieur? The sandwich? Of course I've heard of it. No, I mean a person with that name. No, that doesn't ring any bells. I'm familiar with the Earl of Sandwich, if that is any help. Wait, you could become an Earl of Food now? I'm in the wrong profession. Never mind. We'll try something else. That's all. Clearly you were barking up the wrong tree. Thank you for your time anyway, Monsieur. I bid you a good day. Sounds tasty. Dude, seriously? Yeah, I'm about that. Okay. Rue des Marmosets. Is that him? It must be. Excuse me, Monsieur. I don't recognize you fellas. What's the password? The password? Tom. Oh, I took you fellas for bird brain cops, but you actually know the secret password. So what do you want? Well, let's start with introductions. You had a croque-monsieur. That's croque-monsieur to you? Won't you? People always get the pronunciation wrong. I'm not really hearing a difference. In any case, Monsieur croque-monsieur, my name is. Don't tell me, you idiot. Bringing up names can mess up an entire meeting. Why do you think I use an alias? Just tell me what you want. Drugs, guns, explosives, slaves? Come on. I don't have all day. Well, to be honest, what I really want is... do we go straight... see what we can find out? Or do we ask a question that rebels would ask? Can I get a gun? I don't think we're actually going to buy a gun. I'm off my legs. You don't believe me. Do I need to show my feet again? Let's see. No feet on stream. Alright, alright. I'm torn between the first and the last option. This isn't Amaranth's channel. Fair enough. Let's say that hypothetically, I wanted 100 pistols for as low price as possible. Ah, you're starting a revolution, aren't you? It seems everyone's doing that these days. Take a look at this. It's a standard 1777 flintlock pistol. I've been turning these things out since the old revolution, so we got buckets of them. They're good weapons, but nobody wants them because flintlocks are so 18th century, you know? Yeah, I know. I normally sell these at 40 francs a piece, but since you're buying in bulk, let's say 30 francs each. So if my math's correct, that's 3,000 francs for 100 of them. Son, Mary, it's the fuzz. Cheese it. Never fear, Falcon. I'll tail the dastardly fellow. Don't get too close, Sparrowson. That crocodile's got a gun. What's all this rucket? Playing cops and robbers, are we, JJ? Are you blind, Severin? That was the Croc Monsieur. We were on the crux of extracting vital information about the rebels, but your smug entrance just ruined everything. Huh? That was the Croc Monsieur? I never would have guessed. You don't sound very concerned. Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm quite impressed that you managed to track down such an elusive criminal, but I have something much more pressing that I need to discuss with you. More pressing than finding the rebels? Perhaps. JJ, I want you to answer this question sincerely and honestly. Did you go by a different name prior to enrolling at Paris Law School? What? What does that have to do with the rebel investigation, or to do with anything for that matter? I would appreciate if you just answer the question, JJ. I need to hear it from your own beak. Have you ever gone by a different name? I don't know. No? I don't think so. He has? Did he say he did? Oh, was there a thing where he was like... They mention it? Yes, okay. A man has a right to change his name. Indeed, a man does have the right, but why would a man do such a thing? I don't appreciate your accusatory tone. You sound just like the inspector. Wait, that's it, isn't it? The inspector ordered you to get some dirt on me, didn't he? Answer me. What's going on? What did Inspector Valerity say? Man, that croc can run. It appears that you two are making solid progress with your investigation of the rebel group. I'll be sure to let the inspector know. Where are you going? We haven't finished our discussion. We have. I've learned what I came here to find out. Good day, JJ. Good day, Spearson. What? What was that all about? Doesn't matter. Severin's just poking his beak where it doesn't belong. Nosy blighter. So tell me about your little adventure. You lost Croc Monsieur, to take it? Yeah. He looks like a stumpy reptile, but he ran like a gazelle. I lost him in no time at all. I see. Well, with the Croc Monsieur's lead gone, our investigation has reached a dead end. Not entirely. He dropped something during the chase. He dropped something. What exactly? I'll show you. Follow me. I think you need more exercise, Sparrowson. Don't judge me. Ow. 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 Manju, what is it now? Muscle cramp? No, my foot's hurting. I think I got something in my shoe. Well, grit your beak and bear it. This is around where you saw the crocodile draw something, right? Yeah, something around here. Let's put our investigation hats and find whatever it is. Okay. We'll start here. Noah's Bar. All animals are welcome, except mosquitoes. You bloodsuckers can go get your fix someplace else. Noah feels pretty strongly about mosquitoes, huh? Well, he has a point. I'm not saying all mosquitoes are bloodsuckers, but... Whoa, Falcon, keep it classy. I'm just stating facts. Yeah, this is the thing Croc Monsieur dropped. It's a list. 40 muskets, 20 pistols, gunpowder, 3,000 musket balls to be delivered to the sleeping city. That's an invoice. I don't see any names on here, but given the contents and quantities, the goods are probably intended for the rebels. Excellent find, Sparrowson. It was nothing. But the sleeping city, where would that be? Well, it's a city that sleeps a lot, so somewhere in Spain would be my guess. I'm pretty sure that the location is not a literal city. For one thing, we already know the city where the rebels are gathering is right here in Paris. The sleeping city is a code phrase, like a riddle. Well, I'm stumped, and hmming is getting us nowhere. We must find someone who can solve it. We need a person who is knowledgeable about all matters of riddles and puzzles. Exactly, Kurt, right? I know it all, huh? Precisely. In the meantime, I'll file this away for safekeeping. We need to go to the library. Do you think the croc dropped anything else? Does that street lamp look broken to you? Yep, I think the lamps on this street have been vandalized. The ground is covering glass from the broken panes. Oh, that explains why my foot is hurting. It does? There's glass in the sole of my shoe. I must have trodden on some shards while chasing after the croque monsieur. Oh no, my good shoes are ruined. Well, I wouldn't say good. You paid 20 cents for them. File this away in the evidence folder. You want me to file away broken glass? Yep, I'm filing an official formal complaint with the government. Their faulty street lamp has ruined my shoes and I am owed compensation. I think government officials have better things to do than worry about your 20-cent shoes, Sparrowson. I see that pyramid of Are you satisfied? We have real evidence to find. I see hanging bushels of onions. Bushels? That can't be right. It's sprigs. Sprigs of onions. How about bundles of onions? That's pretty neutral. Confederacies of onions. Okay, we're done. Flocks of onions. We're done. Flocks of onions. Damn straight. The sign is difficult to read. The paint has faded. What? Am I attributing it to someone? A fisherman in denial. Oh, I must have clicked up that. Trottel fruitier? Tic del fruitier. There's no way it says that. You just made those words up. All words are made up, Falcon. An empty cart. Somebody has scrawled the words Descartes. Descartes. Descartes? The owner's name, perhaps? I don't think so. Descartes. Descartes! Oh yes, the Great Pyramid of, one of the 8 wonders of the stream. Yes. Day wall. Somebody thinks day funny. Ha! 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 I thought it was good. Alright. I like Sparrowson. I think we might be okay. How do you not know how to pronounce Descartes? Cause I didn't... Isn't he like a philosopher or something? I never had to take. Well, I took one philosophy class, but it was very atypical. René Descartes. We gotta show this puzzle. Wait, what? It's just a cutscene. Is the room to your liking, mademoiselle? Don't call me that. My apologies, madam, but what are your thoughts? Is the room suitable? It's dark, cramped, and more than a little macabre, but it will do. Is this the lion's wife? Excellent. I've hired, or like sister or something? I've hired private security guard to guard the entrance 24 hours a day. Rest assured, your weapons are safe. Tell me, Friar, are we doing the right thing? Of course we are, madam. There cannot be change without bloodshed, no revolution without revolution. Surely you aren't having second thoughts. Of course not. I want something more than to serve justice to the corrupted rulers of the country. When the time comes, I'll be the one to pull the trigger. René. Oh. So I think we need to go here and show the puzzle to the donkey. Do you think Nathan likes riddles? Of course, all librarians like riddles. Seems like a bit of a stereotype, that's all I'm saying. Stereotype or not, we have to hope that's true. That often is our best chance of getting to the bottom of this. Time to put our polite faces on. Easier now. Good days, Romeo and Jeromeo. Well, good day, monsieur. It's a pleasure to see you again on this fine day. Tell me, kind monsieur, do you like riddles? Of course. Here's one for your messieurs. What has 2 mouths and 4 ears, yet talks twice as much as it listens? You. It's you, messieurs. You come in here yammering and yelling, never stopping to close your beaks for 1 minute. Oh, very good, monsieur. Okay, ass blesser. Laugh, Sparrowson. We need to get into his good books. What was that? Sorry, I can't fake laugh. Monsieur. Stop this farce, you messieurs. Obviously, you have some inane riddle that you want solving, so let's hear it. Go on, spit it out. Right, well, if we were to say that there's a place called the Sleeping City in Paris, where would it be? That's a new one. The Sleeping City. Got it. Really? Of course, the riddle was trivially easy. There are plenty of locations that could be called the Sleeping City, but only one earns that title in Paris. Oh, and where would that be? We know the answer, of course. Obviously, we're just fact-checking to make sure you got it right. Think through, messieurs. What kind of city is only inhabited by those who sleep all day and all night? I got it. Spain. Don't be daft, Sparrow. Since Spain isn't a city, but perhaps the Monsieur is referring to the capital, Spain, Madrid. Nice, sleepy place. Spain? Madrid? You two are remarkably dense, aren't you? Sleep is a metaphor. Actually, it's one of the oldest and most powerful metaphors in the history of literature. It symbolizes death itself. The Sleeping City obviously refers to a city of the dead, a necropolis. Think, messieurs, think. Use your puny avian brains. Do we have any necropolises in Paris? Of course. The catacombs, the winding tunnels of the dead that lie beneath our very feet. Very good. That's the first semi-intelligent thing you've managed to say all day. You have more questions, don't you? Oh, yeah. Tell us about the catacombs. Can you give us a brief rundown on the history of the catacombs? The cemeteries of Paris were overflowing by the end of the last century. It was a mess from what I hear. The answer is definitely... Oh my god. To create space, King Louis XVI ordered for old skeletons to be excavated and put into the unused mine tunnels that lie under the city. So with a little renovation and many years of hard work, the mines were successfully turned into a subterranean mausoleum. So what? It's basically a grave for a few thousand skeletons? Millions, more like. Don't underestimate the size of the tunnels, messieurs. How can we get in? I know that the bourgeois like to tour the catacombs, don't they? Correct. It was quite the bourgeois tourist hotspot some 20 years ago. But if you were hoping to pay a visit, you're too late. The church had all the entrances sealed shut fairly recently. Why would the church do that? Believe it or not, they consider the turning of a mausoleum into a tourist attraction to be in poor taste. Oh, right. They shut down all the entrances. Really? Surely there must be one or two left untouched. If there is such an entrance, it is not public knowledge. I see. That's all. I think we're done here for now. Thank you for your time, Monsieur. Good day. If the Sleeping City really is in the Paris catacombs, then there must be a way to get in. An underground tunnel network would probably be connected to the city sewers, right? So we just need to find the right manhole and boom, we're in spooky, scary skeleton town. It's a good idea, or maybe it connects to the scene. Perhaps some swimming is in order. You two Johnsons are going to get yourself killed. If you really wish to visit the catacombs, you best off asking for those responsible for the closures. The dead people? Oh. The church, Monsieur. The church would know if any unsealed entrances still exist. Oh, right. So I think that's telling me we have to go back to Notre Dame. That's my best guess. Best guess at what's going on. We'll go there. Did you sneak out to the Louvre again? I keep telling you, my brother, you can't risk being seen. There's too much at stake. But the good word must be spread, my brother. We need as many supporters as possible. No more sulking in the shadows. No more cowering in the dark. We must rise up against our oppressors. Oh, but before I forget, here's your pen back. I borrowed it. Again? What happened to yours? I lost it. So careless. Don't sweat the petty things, brother. Let's focus on removing the obstacles that stand in the way of our father's dream. Right, like the annoying little bird who's been poking into our business. He's dangerously close to uncovering our secret. You want me to take care of him? It would be in our best interests. I have a trap in mind, but... Ah! Someone's coming. Go hide. It's the bird. France and their revolutions. That's like what runs in my head every time they mention it. My brothers have returned. What can I do for you today? A confession, perhaps? Actually, Friar, we're here for information. We want to learn about the catacombs that lie under Paris. The catacombs? You don't want to go there, my brother. It's a wretched and haunted place. I'm sure it is. But we know the church was responsible for having the entrances sealed shut. So we figured that maybe there's a super secret friar-only entrance that only you know about. A secret entrance. That's an interesting idea, you know? You're not the first birds to have asked about that. We aren't? Yes, a cockerel paid a visit yesterday. Perfect posture and snooty, or one-eyed and scowling? The first. A prosecutor, I think he said he was. Anyways, I'll tell you the same thing I told him. If you venture into the catacombs, you will not return. Understood? Was that a threat? No, just a friendly word of caution. We wouldn't want anyone to get lost in the endless maze, would we? Now, if you two will excuse me, I have a sermon to prepare. Be on your way. Damn, another dead end. Maybe it's time to wrap this up. We can go tell the inspector what we found and call it a day. Don't quit just yet. I managed to take something from the friar's pocket when he gave us a little warning. Seriously? Again? This is becoming something of a bad habit for you. Well, go on then. Let's see what you pilfered. This. You found this pen in the friar's robes? Yep. Interesting. Actually, this is more than interesting. This is amazing. This is the exact same pen that Judge Romulus uses. It even contains the same green ink. Huh. Do you think it's exactly the same pen, or do you think Romulus and Remus just have a matching set? I honestly don't know, but I do know that this may come in handy. I'm going to keep hold of it. It has been added to your evidence folder. I just want to look at something real quick. Okay, so there are 3. We're still at a dead end, though. My gut tells me that the friar's hiding something. I can't get him to cough up. It's not like we can beat the information out of him. Let's just do other stuff, and maybe we'll stumble across some more clues. Maybe you're right. Let's go. We are on a timer. I don't think we're going to get much information going to the Baron's place. I don't know what this is going to bring me, but I kind of wanted to stop here just to feel like I did investigate it at least once. How many days? I don't know. We weren't really given a set deadline. Welcome, welcome, it's you two again. You remember us? Of course I remember. You are the masseurs who ask many questions and buy little chocolate. I'm afraid we have more questions today. Thanks for being patient with us. Have you heard any rumors of rebellion in Paris recently? There are always rumors of rebellion in Paris. The citizens whisper in the shadows, the bourgeois cower in fear. Yes, but have you personally heard anything? No. Alright. Of course, one time I was hiking through the mountains of the Netherlands and I was accosted by the overzealous tulip salesman. They threw a fistful of Dutch rubles at him and made a hasty retreat. Can't help but wonder about the legitimacy of Lander's stories, but for some reason his tangential rants don't bother me. Let me be more specific. We're looking for a person called the Croquet Monsieur. Does that name sound familiar? No, Monsieur. That's all. Like what? Well, you may have noticed that this is in fact a chocolate shop. May I have a chocolate recommendation? Could it be? Am I the friend, Falcon? Is this a gift for me? Certainly, Monsieur. If you're looking for something romantic, then perhaps an elegant heart-shaped selection from Tuscany would suit you. Romantic, you say? I don't feel that way about you, Falcon, but how could I decline such a scrumptious gift? No, that wouldn't work. Do you have anything that would be suitable for any occasion? Oh, then perhaps you want this box of 20 creamy chocolate swirls from London. They're very sweet. Nobody could resist. Yes, these are perfect. Take them, Falcon. Take them, 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 take them. For pity's sake, Sparrowson, why are you being so fidgety? No reason. Then cut it out. It's weird. I think those would work nicely, Monsieur Hagelstock. How much are they? 5 francs. Perhaps a little steep for some, but I assure you that their quality more than justifies the price tag. We'll just take them. All we do is talk this man's ear off. For Falcon? What is it? I just want to say you've been a great friend and an inspirational mentor. I have ample amounts of respect for you as a person, and... You do know that these chocolates aren't for you, right? Oh. Yeah, I knew that. Good. Just making sure. You're breaking my heart, Falcon. Here you are, Monsieur. I'm sure the recipient will enjoy them. A box of chocolates has been added to your evidence folder. Thank you very much, Monsieur. And thank you for putting up with our endless questions. It's been my pleasure, Monsieur. I now have chocolates, but I don't know why. Sounds about right. All right. The only places we haven't been are here and here. So I guess we'll try them. because I don't really have a specific direction I know I should go to. There he is, Sparrowson. Go ahead, say what you need to say. Excuse me, Dr. Fowlert? I just want to say thank you for, giving me an antidote and not making me well and stuff. It's no trouble at all. Sparrowson, wasn't it? Of course, there's a small matter of the debt. Right. Let's see. 1 hospital bed, 1 dose of specialized antidote, expert medical care from the attending physician. The total comes to 500 francs. Falcon, can I get an advance on this month's pay and next month's and maybe the months after? Calm down, Sparrowson. I'm sure the doctor's a reasonable man. He will surely allow you to pay in installments. Of course. Of course. Oh, thank goodness. My current wages, I should be able to fully pay off the debt by the 20th century. Hey, your pay isn't that bad. I don't know. There's no need for quibbling. I have a suggestion. My stewards are lawyers. Yes, if you do some pro bono work for me, I'm able to knock down the bill a little. Maybe to say 100 francs. Oh, that sounds much more manageable. What kind of legal work do you have in mind? Debt collection. Sounds fun. There's a man I treated for a small injury a couple of years ago. He's been evading my attempts to collect his bill ever since. I wouldn't normally pursue medical bills so aggressively, but I know that the man is a successful inventor, can easily afford to front the bill. I'd greatly appreciate if you pay him a visit and strong arm into loosening his purse strings. Wait, I didn't agree to that. Every waking moment. Wow. I hope Sparrowson knows that's not going to happen. Oh, we can only go here. Sure. There he is. That's the rooster who shot the croque monsieur. I think we're getting close to unraveling the whole rebellion nonsense. Let's not dawdle, Sparrowson. We're nearly there. Alright, let me just deal with this letter first. Spam? I don't think so. It's from Cocorico. Severin. Well, go ahead. Let's hear it. JJ. If this letter reaches you uninterrupted, then it means I've been captured or killed by the rebels? Last evening, the inspector gave me a tip-off of a midnight trade between the rebels and the Croque Monsieur on Rue des Marmousets. I intend to watch from the shadows, but I know that such mission is a dangerous one. Wish me luck. If this is the last response you'll ever hear from me, then I suppose I should end on a positive note. Falcon, you're a good friend and an excellent lawyer. I'm sorry for belittling you all these years. Aww. Kind regards, Severin Cocorico. Is this for real? There's no way. This letter has to be some sort of setup. Rest in... Oh my gosh. I think it's the same croc. Severin's handwriting. Where do you think he is? I don't know. Why would he go alone? I don't know. But we have to go help him, right? I mean, if that trade was at midnight last night and it's 10 o'clock now, he might still be okay. Maybe. I don't know. Come on, Falcon. Pull yourself together. We gotta act fast while there's still time on the clock. Sparrowson, I have a bad feeling in my gut. Well, yeah, me too. This letter is terrifying stuff. No, you don't understand. I know that if Severin isn't already dead now, he will be very soon, and there's nothing we can do about it. What are you talking about? You know about that? I do. I'm certain. We've messed up. We missed something. We've overlooked something vital, and now Severin's fate is sealed. What? You're spouting defeatist nonsense. Come on, Falcon. Let's go visit the Rue des Marmousets. We might have a clue. I tried to be efficient. Come on, Sparrowson. Keep up. No time for wheezing. If Cocorico was last seen around here, then there has to be a clue nearby. Right. The blood? Let's start with that. There's a pool of blood here. It looks fresh. Cocorico's? I see drag marks heading toward that tunnel, which leads straight to the scene. If I had to guess, someone was killed here last night, and their body was hastily disposed of in the river. But I see several sets of bloody footprints, too. Some are faint, but they head that way towards the main road, so we could still be alive. Let's see where the footprints go. Notre Dame? Here? The footsteps lead right into Notre Dame? It seems that way. Unbelievable. Where's a friar when you need one? Forget the friar. Let's keep following the blood trail and see where it ends up. Wait a minute, Falcon. Should we get the police involved before we go any further? Legitimately, I'm kind of like at the police can't be trusted. You remember what Severin wrote in this letter? The inspector was the gun who gave him the tip-off. Huh? What are you saying? That you think the police are in on this? At this point, anything's possible. We have to stay focused on the trail. Hey, wait up! The trail, the way leads straight down to... Coming straight from the underground. Man, I'm famished. When is that mouthy parrot going to relieve me of duty so I can go grab a snack? The trail keeps going. Isn't that conciergerie jailkeeper quack? It's Quark, you dummies. I had no idea you were a religious man, monsieur. I'm not. I had a career change. Private security pays much better than regular old jail keeping, you know. Monsieur, we don't have much time, so I'll keep it brief. We're following a trail that leads to the door behind you. We need you to let us pass. The door behind me? Ha! You idiots. The door leads straight to the catacombs. You don't want to go in there. Catacombs? Besides, just because I know how to get in doesn't mean I'm just going to let you pass. I've got a job to do. I have integrity. I promised to act as guard, and that's what I'm doing. You want a bribe, don't you? Bingo. What you got? Here's a present. Now that you mention it, what do you got? Chocolate. Oh, yeah, that's the jackpot right there. Gimme, gimme, gimme. So what do you say, monsieur? Can we go on in? Oh, yeah, no problem. That's the door behind me. I ain't stopping you. It's the door of the catacombs? It's that simple? Yep, it's that simple. What were you expecting? A hidden bookcase or something? Go on. Go look. What idiots are walking straight into a pitch black maze without even a torch? I wonder. Will they get lost and starve, or will they find the crazy lion girl and get shot? Either way, it ain't my problem. Oh, shit. Upon entering the doorway, Falcon and Sparrowson find themselves at the top of a stone staircase that spirals into the abyss below. Here. It goes nothing? They begin the descent. Oh, I don't have a good feeling about this. I knew an underground passage would be dark, but this is ridiculous. I can't even see my hand in front of my face. Just keep putting one foot in front of the other, Sparrowson. I think that was the last step. Now it's just twisted tunnels ahead of us. I should take up smoking. If I smoked, I would have a match right now, and we'd be able to see where we're going. Plus, you know, all the health benefits. I'd probably be calmer. Keep it together, Sparrowson. I know. I'll unravel this loose thread from my jacket. We can just trace the string to find our way back if we reach a dead end. Oh, good thinking. Just like Theseus and the Minotaur. Wait. There aren't any Minotaurs in here, are they? Should have picked Here's My Fist. No. I knew we had the chocolates. I guess we could have used the chocolates to survive, though. Head of a bull, body of a bull, scary stuff. That's not... Actually, never mind. It feels like there's a gap in there. I guess the path branches. I can feel a slight breeze coming from the passage to the left. The area seems a little more stagnant to the right. My gut says breezy, even though stagnant probably means further into the catacombs. The walls feel weird and bumpy. What kind of stone is this? I hate to break it to you, Sparrowson, but that's not stone. Wait, so what is it? Well, we're in a crypt. Oh. I thought we'd be dealing with one or two coffins, now walls of skeletons. Keep it together, Sparrowson. Severin's life is on the line. You're right. Just stay focused. Oh, it looks like the path branches again. Are my eyes going funky from the darkness, or is there a glimmer of light from the right path? No, I see it too. There's definitely some light on that side. Going into the light normally seems like a good idea, but I'm scared that we're gonna find the lion lady. And we don't have much to work with. Go into the darkness? Okay. Let's go this way. Into the dark? Screw that, Falcon. We're going right. It's definitely getting lighter. I can see my hands again. But that just might mean we're getting close to an exit, right? Maybe this has all been a wild goose chase. Hush. Listen. Voices? Voices. We're getting close. Wait, Falcon. Aren't you scared? Terrified. There they are. I'll ask one more time. What is your name? Oh. Are you with the police? The Royal Guards? Speak, bird. Man, Beaumont, we've been here all night and he simply ain't talking. You didn't react to coaxing, you didn't react to torture. Maybe it's time to, you know, administer some justice. Justice. That word. Oh, the rooster finally crows. That got real as fuck out of nowhere. I know, right? Want to know who I am? Fine. My name is Severin Cocorico. I am a public prosecutor of the Court de Assises. Well, Sevi, it's been a pleasure, but we can't be having spies running around our base of operations now, can we? Now, without further ado, I hereby sentence you to— Wait a minute, Piero. This is no ordinary spy. Because he's a prosecutor? No. Because he's the bastard who condemned my father 10 years ago. Whoa, are you sure? I had my suspicions when I saw his smug air of arrogance, his holier-than-thou glare, but now that I know his name and occupation, there is no doubt. Do you remember, Bird? Do you remember the trial of the homeless lion in the winter of 1835? What was your father's name? Jean Beaumont. Jean Valjean. All he did was steal a loaf of bread. 24601. What were his crimes? His only crime was trying to feed a starving child. He took a handful of veggies from a grocer's stand. Not out of greed, but out of sheer desire to see me survive. But he was seen by a policeman, another arrogant cockerel like yourself. Was his name... Death to the dumb bitches. Javert? Was his name Javert? So my father was thrown in jail. He was dragged to court. I had the privilege of watching the proceedings from the stands. I remember your sharp words. This man is a thief. This man is a scoundrel. He deserves the harshest possible punishment for his crimes. You didn't care about the consequences. You didn't care about why my father did what he did. All you cared about was fulfilling your lust to see a criminal behind bars. My father received a sentence of 5 years. He died on his third. Do you remember him? Mademoiselle, in all my days as a prosecutor, I've seen over thousands of cases. I'm not going to remember a single bread thief. You rotten Connard! We're all just insects to you. Who cares if a child starves on the street as long as you put enough criminals behind bars to meet your quota? Am I right? Your silence speaks volumes of your guilt. Severin and Cocorico, you've been tried by the people of the Second Republic. We have found you guilty on the counts of conspiracy, of the murder of Croc Monsieur, and the murder of my father Jean Beaumont. Oh, I've been found guilty? Mademoiselle, if you wanted to shoot me so you can fulfill your revenge fantasies, then by all means, shoot me. But don't pretend for a moment that this mob resembles a court of justice in any form. Court of justice? Now that's a contradiction. Bird, you know nothing of justice. Freya Remus, read this man his last rites. With pleasure, madam. Falcon, we have to make a move. Say something. Do we speak up or stay silent? Oh! If we don't speak up, he's absolutely dead. But if we do speak up, we might be dead. That's what I was thinking, but part of me would feel bad not even trying. But I know if we say something... Wait. I don't even have my hand on the mouse. Do they think you're part of the rebellion? The guys with the guns might. Blindness has never met us. The friar knows we were snooping. The friar I think, also knows that we were part of the reason that it came out that his brother illegally obtained the role of judge. So it's like 50-50. Worst case, we could always start the day over, but it's a lot of stuff to like click through. Because there is that option. Maybe it could work. Should we try it? I know. That's where I'm at. I don't know. Like, what do I have to work with? We could throw a pen at one of them and hope it stabs them long enough as a distraction. Here's the thing. Do we play the character? Would Falcon... Cocorico's a bitch. But he did send us a nice letter where he said we're his friend. I've grown to like Cocorico. Cocorico stood by our side when we were proving the fox was innocent. Like, he was fighting against the judge to allow us to do our cross-examination. But did he get you a big booty hoe on our birthday? Well, I don't think we've had a birthday yet. So I wouldn't know. That's undetermined. Sounds like a no to me. Oh boy. I don't want to be silent. He dies. Let him get iced. Curbite, do you have anything to say? Let him get washed. No? Ah! I have to do it. I can't do it. I can't not do it. Falcon. Do you have any last words? Just pull the bloody trigger and be done with it. Wait. Wait. He's right. This is a terrible trial. There's no evidence, no defense, no examination of the facts. You've dragged a man off the streets and decided his fate purely based off your own prejudices and whims. Who the cluck does this bird brain think he is? I am this man's defense attorney. I'm J.J. Falcon. What are you doing? Defense attorney? You're a raving loony is what you are. Or a spy. I've seen this Monsieur eavesdropping on our conversations before. He cannot be trusted. Everyone, please hear me out. I didn't buy a swanky hat, so we can't be swanky hat friends. I ain't got shit. Monsieur Fontaine, we've only met on a couple of occasions, but you seem like an intelligent and reasonable person. Why, thank you. I do consider myself to be reasonable. Then surely you can see something wrong with dragging someone off the streets and executing them without trial. Well, I want to see a better France, Monsieur, a France with an actual liberty for all. I don't enjoy violence, but I have no qualms with a traitor or two dying to achieve that noble goal. Means to an end, you know? Do you see, Falcon? This man's death is inevitable. For the good of France, in the name of justice, he must be killed. Justice. That's the word again. Madam, I won't presume to know who you are or what you stand for, but shooting this man right now would not bring you justice. It would only serve to satisfy your desire for revenge. Justice, revenge, what's the difference? It's definitely not fairness. I don't think she'll like fairness at all. Because in her head, fairness is killing the man who she believes killed her father. And she clearly doesn't care about due process. Justice is carried on the basis of hard facts and logic. It isn't distracted by petty emotions. Even putting aside my emotions, I can see this bird's guilt. But then this is your opportunity to prove it, madam. Show that you're a leader who acts with reason, but not brute irrationality. Oh! Madam, surely you aren't entertaining the words of this heathen. Fine, Falcon. We'll play this your way. We shall have a formal trial for the murder of the croque monsieur. Excellent. Shall we head back to my office and file the necessary papers? Don't take me for a fool. You'll walk us right into a trap. We shall have the trial right here and now. Right here. In the catacombs. It's as good a place as any. I suppose we'll be needing a judge. I volunteer. No thanks, Piero. We're trying to form a courtroom, not a circus. Oh. Just go see how the security is doing, Piero. We don't want any more spies wandering in. Rightio. Perhaps I can help, madam. You know I'm a pious man, after all. I feel like I'm underprepared. I would tend to agree. Okay, Remus, you can be our judge, and I will lead the prosecution. What about the jury? With due respect, I don't trust your peers to be impartial. Look around you. As we speak, we're being watched and judged by countless dead men and women. They shall be our jury. That might work as a metaphor, but in practical terms... In practical terms, it is me you have to convince, Falcon. Convince me that this bird is not guilty. After all, I am the one who holds the gun. Well, it looks like we're ready to get started. The trial of Severin Cocorico is underway. He stands accused of the murder of the man known as the croque monsieur in cold blood. Madame Beaumont, please explain the details of what happened. Very well. Last night, at the stroke of midnight, 2 gunshots were heard on the Rue des Mimosas. Piero alerted us, and we managed to arrive before the police did. On the scene, I saw the man known as the croque monsieur, a good friend of ours, lying in a pool of his own blood. Standing over the body, I saw the murderer, Severin Cocorico, still clutching his murder weapon. I understand that you did not witness the crime firsthand, madam? That you only saw the aftermath? Yes. But one of us did happen to see the incident himself. Madame Beaumont, I found this here pigeon running around our tunnels. I'm no pigeon, monsieur. He's a spy in any case. What say I execute him right now? It's all right, he's with me. With you? He's my assistant. He carries my bags and stuff. Falcon, I trust that you do not have any other assistants lurking around this corner. No, madam. Then take your lackey out of my sight. Psst, Falcon. What is it? I saw someone lurking in the catacombs. I think he was watching us from the shadows. Another rebel? I don't know. But he got spooked when he saw me. He dropped this. What's this? A political pamphlet. Cult pamphlet has been added to your evidence folder. Why are people making fun of the way I say bag? Well, I'd best be getting back to the patrols then. Not so fast, Piero. You witnessed the crime firsthand, did you not? I did, ma'am. Then you can be our first witness. Go stand in the center. Okie dokie. Do I need to say an oath or something? That won't be necessary. We trust you. Just tell us what you saw last night, Piero. Okie dokie. I saw it plain as day. The croque monsieur was just minding his own business on Rue de Marmoset when all of a sudden this air brute of a rooster appeared with his gun in hand. Bam! The rooster fired, the croque slumped to the floor. Using the last of his strength, the croque monsieur drew his own gun. Bam! The croque fired back. So to clarify, Cocorico shot first. Yes, ma'am. No question there. What happened next? Well, I know you guys, Fontaine, Ramus, and you, ma'am, were only a stone's throw away at the cathedral, so I ran to get you for help. There's been a cult this entire chapter, yeah. We all arrived back on the scene maybe a minute after I had left it. This game is too intense. We all... Okay. And there I saw the dead croque monsieur and the murderous Seven and Cocorico with my own eyes. Thank you for your report, Piero. It's nothing, ma'am. You see, Falcon, Piero's not the sharpest knife in the kitchen. True that. But he's honest to a fault. I would trust his word with my own life. I don't doubt the man's honesty, madam. Nonetheless, I would like to cross-examine the witness. Cross-examine? What do you mean? I don't claim to be an expert of law. That was always my brother's role in the family. But I think a cross-examination means that Falcon would like to waste our time by asking pointless questions. It actually means I'd like to make sure that Piero's story holds up under scrutiny. Yes, I'll be asking questions, but only questions that directly relate to the case at hand. Clearly a pointless stalling tactic, madam. Shall we put an end to the trial? No. We will let the bird have his little cross-examination. But I'm warning you, Falcon, don't mess with me. Don't mess with you. If I get the slightest inkling that you are rambling to stall for time, I will end this trial on the spot. Do I make myself clear? Start questioning Cocorico's shoe size or the color of the croque monsieur's underwear, and I'll lose my patience. Yes, I get it. Select a statement of question. The first thing I noticed is he says plain as day, which is a phrase, but it was midnight. But I feel like that's going to get everyone murdered. The next thing I see is Rue de Marmoset. And when we were there last, we found these glass shards. So we could be like, Rue de Marmoset, were you actually there? Do you have glass on your boots? I think this is the best path. Where exactly were you standing? I don't doubt that you were there, but where exactly were you standing? Let's see. I came from across the river and then turned onto the Rue Saint-Landry. So yes, I was standing by where Rue de Marmoset meets the Rue Saint-Landry, the crossroads. That's a pretty ordinary street from what I remember. It's around a minute's walk from Notre Dame Cathedral, if I recall correctly. Yes? What were you doing there? What were you doing there? Just passing through? Okay, but where were you headed? For example, did you have business at the conciergerie? Or were you heading home from the cathedral? To be honest, monsieur, I don't think that's fair enough. Okay. I don't see why BAM would matter. We'll try fired. The bird's expression was stone cold. Did it look like Seven and Cocorico was feeling threatened prior to the shooting? Threatened how? Well, did the croque monsieur have his gun drawn? I don't think so. The croque drew his gun, but that was only after getting shot. I see what you're trying to argue. You think this may be a self-defense killing. It's a fruitless line of reasoning. Cockerel approached the crocodile. He is the only one responsible for the encounter. Still, you'll have to focus on the facts of the case, find an inconsistency, and prove them wrong. You're right. Let's try a different strategy. You You see that the croque monsieur drew his gun and fired back with the last of his strength. Yep. Bam. Did the bullet hit Kokoriko? No. He was uninjured at the time of capture. Well, he looks pretty uninjured right now. He took quite a beating. What of it? Nothing. Just trying to get the facts straight. So you claim that Kokoriko fired his gun and then croque monsieur fired back, but is it possible there was a third gunshot? Wasn't counting nothing, but now I think I would have heard a third gunshot if there was one. I see, but... No. I'm trying to, like, just... I guess we could... You claim that you saw the... How's your eyesight? My peepers work just fine. Does that sound particularly convincing? Hunting with Piero once, he had no problem spotting a boar at 80 meters. Quite often he would spot game even before I did. See? My eyes are fine. He was a terrible hunter, though. Every time he saw a boar, he would yell, "Wow, look at that piggy!" We came back empty-handed. Me and my big mouth. Yes? The crime. In February, on an overcast moonless night in an unlit alley. What's your point? It would have been too dark to see. It would have been too dark, so dark that you could not have possibly correctly identified the people involved. Hey, I swear I saw what I saw. Hold on, Falcon, you slipped up. You saw that the alley was unlit, but I just didn't remember there being lanterns over. Oh, that's right, that's right. But I have glass from... We live in La Vieille Lumiere. There's a gas lamp on every street. You're right, Madame Boy, there are lanterns all over, but they wouldn't have been any good. Bam! The street lamps over Rue des Marmousets was broken. They are completely non-functional. As I prove, I present the glass shards that line the alleyway. These shards originate from the panes of the broken lamps. And I still got holes in the sole of my shoe. Double proof. Those glass shards could have come from anywhere. You could send one of your underlings to see the broken lamps for themselves if you want. And waste more time? I think not. This sounds like a stalling tactic. Excuse me, Madame Beaumont. I don't remember whether the street lamps were not broken, but I do remember that we had to use a torch to light up the scene. Hey, whose side are you on? I'm just saying, Falcon might be right. It was particularly dark, so it's possible that there weren't any lit street lamps. Are you saying I'm a liar? I thought we were buddies. Stop quibbling, both of you. Maybe the lamps were broken, maybe they weren't. Doesn't matter. I know that Piero's testimony is accurate because I personally saw the rooster at the crime scene 1 minute after Piero did. 1 minute? That's plenty of time for the real murderer to escape and for a passerby to stumble upon the scene, is it not? You must acknowledge that it is a possibility. I acknowledge nothing. There's an inkling of doubt. You know that there's a slight notion that Piero may be remembering what he saw. Don't badger the prosecution, Monsieur Falcon. I wasn't badgering. On to the next witness. Madame Beaumont, do you have anyone in mind? I do. There's someone among us who is something of a gun connoisseur, a man who knows everything there is to know about the craft of weaponry. Well, that's me again. Shut up, Piero. Yeah, apparently. Yes, ma'am. I call Fontaine forward. Very well. Now, Fontaine, is it true that you are a gun specialist? Well, I hate to brag, but yes, I know about guns. Their mechanics, their beauty. Have you heard about the revolver mechanisms America is developing? Wonderful stuff. Fontaine, let's stick to the guns we found at the crime scene. Tell us about those. Oh, right. Very well. This is the gun found in Severin Kokoriko's person at the time of arrest. It is a standard issue percussion lock Chantelois gendarmerie pistol, 24cm length, 15mm caliber. Lots of police and soldiers carry these dull things. It's a gun that says, I am a reliable man of the law. That sounds like a Kokoriko. Does it? Kokoriko's always told me that the riding crop was his self-defense weapon of choice. It's strange that he had a gun in the first place. And this is the gun found in the croque monsieur's corpse, clutched tightly in his hands. It is a turnover pistol, double-barreled, ivory handle, 20cm length, 13mm caliber. This is an exquisite and highly customized gun. It's one of a kind. Whoever used this weapon knew their stuff. The croque monsieur was a legendary arms dealer. It's no surprise that his personal weapon would be something so flamboyant. Turnover pistol has been added to my evidence folder. But what's really fascinating about the croque monsieur's gun is the ammunition. See, the bore of the pistol has been fitted with a set of grooves. Please stop, Fontaine. I didn't call you up to hear you show off your gun knowledge. Tell us what you uncovered when you examined the croque monsieur's bullet wound. Oh, right. Well, a lead bullet was embedded into the middle of the croque monsieur's sternum and appeared to have a straight angle of entry. So in other words, the croque monsieur was facing his killer when he was shot. That's right. The other interesting point was the croque monsieur's outer clothes were singed. This typically only occurs if a person is close enough to a gunshot to be directly burned by the gun's muzzle flash. How close does one person have to be burned by a muzzle flash? Less than 3 meters, I would say, 5 at the very most. And there is no chance that there was a rogue sniper on the rooftops. The croque monsieur's killer was standing in the Rue des Marmousets themselves. As is plainly evident, only one person was found in Rue des Marmousets at the time of the incident. Prosecutor Cocorico. Well said, madam. I think you just unequivocally proved this bird's guilt. Not so fast. I would like to cross-examine the witness. I don't think so. You're overstepping your bounds, Bird. Let the lawyer try, Remus. When he fails, there will be absolutely no doubt to anyone in the room that Cocorico is nothing but a bloodthirsty murderer. I'm a little nervous about this. Let's just take a look. Are you sure this gun was fired? Is there any way to tell whether a gun has been recently fired? That is an excellent question. Yes, there are a couple ways. For around a minute after firing, a pistol's barrel is going to be hot to the touch. That's a dead giveaway. But you could also check for gunpowder residue in the barrel and chamber that would indicate that gun has been fired since being clean. So by your own analysis, would you say that Cocorico's weapon was fired last night? It's difficult to say. None of us thought to check the pistol's barrel temperature at the time of the incident, so we can't use that method. If I check for gunpowder residue now, I see a little in the barrel that could indicate a recently fired weapon, but it could also indicate a lack of proper maintenance. So basically, you don't know whether this weapon was or wasn't fired last night. No, monsieur. If we cannot be certain whether Cocorico even fired his gun, then this whole trial ought to be thrown out. Nice try, Falcon, but Cocorico is still our prime suspect. He's standing over the body with the weapon in his hand. If that gun is not the murder weapon, then what is? This isn't working. Try another approach. No. I'm gonna go down because I think I can go a little bit in each one without being failed. Fontaine, about the croque monsieur's turnover pistol. Tell us about the ammunition. You were about to say something about the gun's ammunition before. Could you give us the details? Oh, great. Now he'll never stop talking. I'm glad you asked. See, as you probably know, most bullets are just small, round, lead balls, right? But that's not the case here. This particular weapon uses an advanced iron-tipped aerodynamic, carefully grooved. Actually, it'd be quicker if I just show you. Take a good look. This is an iron-tipped mini ball. Beignet ball. It is very rare, top-of-the-line technology, but before I had last night, I'd never seen one in person before. Where did you find this bullet, Fontaine? In the turnover pistol's chamber. Hold on, I'm confused. I thought the croque monsieur fired his gun, so how is it possible that this gun's still loaded with a bullet? A turnover pistol is double-barreled. That means that it can hold 2 bullets at once, ready to be fired in quick succession. Ah, I see. The croque monsieur fired 1 bullet, but died before he could fire the second. I trust that you have no more questions about this matter. We wasted enough time. I'm gonna leave it for now. No. Fontaine, you said that the croque monsieur was shot in the chest at a straight-on angle. May I have a diagram? No, you can't have a diagram, you bloody idiots. I do not have the patience to watch you draw lines on a chalkboard to work out the location of a mythical second shooter. Use your heads. The gunman was standing right in front of the crocodile. Right, of course. Yes? Could the bullet have reflected? Is it possible at all that the bullet reflected, bounced off a piece of metal, perhaps? Well, that sort of thing can happen. I've heard of soldiers getting shot in the back from bullets deflecting off cannons and debris and whatnot. So it could have happened here. Well, Falcon, are you saying that you actually know that the bullet reflected off something, or are you just speculating? It's a legitimate possibility. And the bullet reflected off the wall behind Cocorico. Or something, or maybe someone else was standing down the alleyway and they took a carefully aimed bounce shot to frame Cocorico. Ridiculous, even the best gunman in the world wouldn't be able to do such a thing. Agreed, not to mention that this theory is at odds with the rest of our established evidence. Oh shit, she scowled. No. You mentioned that croque monsieur's clothes were singed, right? His vest and jacket were slightly burned from the close-range muzzle flash. Could something else cause the burn? Could the burn have been caused by something else? Like what? Ash from a cigar, perhaps? Well, I guess. Hold on. Falcon, are you saying that you know the burn was caused by something else, or is this just blind? I don't have any proof. I would like to see them. What, his clothes? Yes. Bring them out so I can do a proper examination of the evidence. Was it in here, the turnover pistol? Where's the other bullet? Not yet. Where's the other bullet? What other bullet? The fired mini ball. The one. There were 2 shots last night. One from the assailant, one from the crocodile. I scoured the scene for a couple minutes, but I couldn't find it. It's a pity. It would have been great to have 2 of these magnificent bullets. Did anyone fire the fired mini ball in Cocorico's body? In his body? You're asking if Cocorico was wounded by the bullet? No, that much is plain to see. So good, I must ask. Where's the fired mini ball? Well, I don't have any clue. What are you trying to get at, Falcon? Isn't it obvious? If the bullet wasn't embedded in the alley wall, and it wasn't embedded in Cocorico, then it means... Yeah, I think so. It must still be embedded in whoever attacked the Croque Monsieur. A ludicrous notion. I wasn't sure if it was a blank, but that didn't make much sense to me. Because a blank still has a cartridge, even if it doesn't fire anything. Fine, I'll humor you. Let's say that a bullet did indeed hit the real perpetrator. What of it? Well, it's only been a few hours since the shooting. Presumably the person will still have the bullet lodged in them. Find the person with the unique iron minier ball embedded in them, and you'll find the real murderer. That's reasonable. We don't have time nor resources to search every citizen for Paris and cover an injured gunman. You don't have to search everyone in Paris. I believe the murderer to be someone in this very room. Oh? You think we have a traitor in our ranks? I do. This was obviously a planned attack. Someone invited Cocorico and the Croque Monsieur to be at the same place at the same time in order to create a setup. Only someone with the rebels' connections could engineer such an event. This is ridiculous. Are you saying that someone in this room was shot last night? That's clearly untrue. A bullet wound can be concealed. Perhaps if all of you were to take off your shirts? No, I'm not having everyone in the room stripped down to their neck as justificates your outrageous theory. We can't think of a more reasonable way to prove your stray bullet theory than we end this damn trial here and now. A more reasonable way? At that moment, a chill ran down Falcon's spine. He knew that his theory true. It had to be true, but he also knew that he had no way to prove it. Madam, I assure you this will only take a moment. If everyone could please just take off their outer garments. Frere Ramus, why don't you go first? I'm not saying that you're the murderer, but if you were to have a bullet wound, then... He's floundering, madam. Ah! But you have failed to convince me of this bird's... Not another word. We humored you. We set up a court. No! We have more evidence. Enough. The trial is over. What? Madam, please. JJ, it's alright. I've made my peace. This is far from alright. Dying in the name of a new republic. At the hands of rebels, there are worse ways to go. It was good enough for Robespierre, correct? Severin. No! Tend to the body, Piero. Yes, ma'am. I saved the fox. Some man of God you are. Okay, I know. I'm going to give you a choice. You have 2 options. First is I shoot you right here now. That's not something either of us want. But if it must be done, what's option number 2? You join us. Shoot her. I don't want the game yet. Just die. I don't want the game to end yet. Maybe she's bluffing. I don't think she's bluffing. She might really want that bird deck and not want to see you die. I'm pretty sure she's strong in her convictions to murder. I think if we want the game to continue, we have to say we'll join you. I can hear you, Kerbite. What'd you say? Oh, okay. I'm gonna say we'll join you just because I don't want it to end. I want to know where it goes. But I'll finish up here and meet you in 2 hours. Needless to say, they shall be keeping a close watch on you. Don't ever think about running. Then we're done here. Lead the way. You can't seriously be trusting these filthy lawyers. They're probably plotting revenge for their dead friend at this very moment. I trust them. Throughout that trial, I got the impression that Falcon was trying to de-escalate the situation, avoid violence. Such a viewpoint is naive, but it's exactly what we need in this revolution. But they will betray you if they're stupid enough to even raise one feather against me. They will regret it. We'll at least get this started. You can come out now, brother. How'd it go? Better than we ever hoped for. The rooster's dead and the madam has tasted her first blood. Amazing. Completely worth getting shot for. Fuck these guys. A meddlesome Falcon tried to disrupt the execution. Falcon? Really, that tenuous wretch. Don't worry, he floundered and bumbled around hopelessly. The madam thinks he's of some use, but really he's as good as dead. This is marvelous. Every piece is falling into place. Our dream will be a reality in no time at all. To reason, brother. To reason. I feel like I'm getting the worst ending. I hope you don't harbor too much hate for the madam. I know that Rooster was your friend, but the madam does what she does for the good of France. Yeah, you can fuck off. Boy, oh boy, this is awkward. It is a bit. Perhaps a round of drinks are in order. After all, this is a tavern. What do you two say? I'm not thirsty. I get it. You're both a little shaken by what you saw. Can we at least get you some wine? Just a small glass to calm the nerves? Fine. Whatever. Very good. Piero, fetch our guests some drinks. It's your round. My round? No way, it's your turn. Turns don't matter. Oh! A raid! Thank you, Tyken. Holy crap. You still owe me for that omelet. Omelet! Oh my god. I generously paid for last Friday. Wow! Raid! Yeah, well, you owe me for that coffee on Tuesday. Okay, so that's 30 cents of coffee deducted from a 60-cent omelet plus the 25-cent peanuts you swiped from my pantry. Hold up. I ain't so good at mental arithmetic. Listen, Sparrowson, you need to go. Go? Yes. I'll create a distraction. You head back straight for the back door. Is that a good idea? If we both stick around, we could both end up dead as soon as we rub that lioness the long way. If we both run, those two will probably shoot us in the backs. So the way I see it, one of us is running is the most viable option. Falcon, don't argue. Once you're out, find Valerity and tell him what we've seen. Okay, so it's agreed. You get this round, I'll owe you 2 cents. Yep, and I'll hold you to him 2 cents. Be right back. Don't you two move or nothing. He'll hold me to the 2 cents? That Piero's such a miser. Anyway, I don't feel like sitting in silence. Let's talk to pass the time. I have a gun question. Fontaine, I have a gun question. A gun question? Do go on. Flintlock or percussion caps? Oh my god. I'll look over in this chat. Think they're all sleeping? Huge. It's all good, dude. Oh, I see Stefan. Wait, Stefan Foyne? Big chats. Yeah. What's better, flintlock or percussion cap ignition systems? Whoa, thank you for the follow, my dude. Oh! Stefan Foyne? Stefan Foyne? I might be screwing that up. Big time. But thank you so much, my dude. I'm afraid there's no dispute here. Percussion caps are the future, hands down. You see, flintlocks are unreliable, a little light drizzle, and the ignition system no longer functions. The gun becomes worthless. But a percussion cap will always work as long as it's built correctly, and as long as the gun has enough gunpowder. I suppose there is a matter of material cost of Viking raid. How much does a brass cap cost compared to flint and steel? It's a little pricier, I think. Alright, I brought drinks. One for me, one for you, and one for... Hey, where's the little one? The little one? He's right. Oh, Meredith, I lost him. You lost him? How'd you lose him? I was gone for 2 minutes. I think I dropped the ball on this one. I'll say the map's gonna string us up for sure. Actually, we should make a cover story. We can't let her find out about this. Can't let me find out about what? They let Sparrowson escape. Just put it all on them. Tweedledee and Tweedledum over there weren't paying attention. Let Sparrowson walk casually away. Madam. We can explain. I swear, I'd give you two bozos one damn job. Doesn't matter. That little bird was dispensable for our plans, but Falcon isn't. What's important is that he's still here. Madam, if Sparrowson runs the police, then both this location and the sleeping city are compromised. We should keep this meeting brief. Agreed. Falcon, let me quickly fill you in. As you probably know, we are planning to form a protest. An enormous protest on the 14th of this month. We intend to draw a massive crowd at the Place de la Concorde, and then we shall march across Tuileries Gardens. Tuileries. Tuileries. You intend to storm the Louvre? No, the Palais Royal. That's where the king and prime minister will be residing. I would like it to go peacefully, but... Peaceful uprisings have a habit of turning violent, don't they? Exactly, and we can't let the leaders of this country escape amidst the chaos. They must be tried for their crimes against the French people. Have they considered being less French? On that note, I want you to lead the prosecution. You want me to prosecute the King of France. The King and the Prime Minister. They're both responsible for the rampant inequality that plagues this country. On the day of the revolution, we shall drag both of those overpaid bourgeois onto the street and you shall prosecute them then there. I think you understand. Prosecuting the pair for crimes against humanity, I suppose. It could certainly be done. If I were to interview a lot of citizens, gather a lot of evidence, file some paperwork, I could probably prepare a case in around 2 months. We don't have the luxury of time. Use your ingenuity on the day just like you did in the catacombs. You can't be serious. There's no alternative. The wheels of the revolution are already turning, and the revolution will ignite in under a week. The question on my mind is, what do we do with you until then? You can leave him with us, ma'am. We'll keep a good eye on him. Can't be less French when you're in France. Fair. After seeing the atrocious job you did guarding the little bird, I think not. I'll just have to guard you myself, Falcon. You spend this week at my side while I complete our preparations. At your side? All day and night? Absolutely. I'm not going to let you out of my sight for 1 minute. That seems excessive. You can trust me, madam. No, I can't. You've promised to help me, but I know that you don't actually believe in the cause of the Second Republic. If I give you 1 grain of freedom, you will undoubtedly flee. This meeting is over. Come along, Falcon. Okay. I'm going to just pause real quick. I have to use the restroom and get more water because my throat is dying. But then we're going to look at a cutscene. BRB. forgot to grab my water bottle, so I poured my water in a cup, and now I'm gonna pour it in a water bottle. It's fine. Everything's fine. Let's go to Le Moineau and see what this cutscene is about. Sparrowson. And then, while we were sitting in the tavern, Falcon gave me the opportunity to escape. He created a distraction, and I sneaked away and went straight to the police. Then you called a meeting, and well, here I am. So, yeah, that's the whole story. I see. So Severin Cocorico died at the hands of the rebels. That's right. And Falcon revealed his true colors as a traitor. What? No, that's not right, Inspector. Falcon's not a rebel. He's just playing along so he can save his own life. Don't be so naive. Put the puzzle pieces together. Falcon willingly leapt into the lion's den for the specific purpose of siding with the rebels. He let you escape because he could see that you weren't truly sympathetic to the rebel cause. That doesn't make sense at all. Falcon's never shown a rebellious streak. Tell me, Sparrowson, what do you know about Falcon's past? Not a lot. He's a private person. Has he ever told you what he did during the July Revolution? Before he changed his name? No, he hasn't told me anything, really. Sparrowson, let me tell you all about the man they call the Viridian Killer. Les Eyes, huh? Let me guess, you have a weapon supplier somewhere around here. Or maybe this is where you plan on meeting an informant, a government defector. It's as good a meeting spot as any. Actually, I'm here for groceries. Fair enough. There's no need for that look. You think that just because I'm a gun-toting rebel, I don't need to buy food? Mam Beaumont. Mam Beaumont. Well, if it isn't Sotan and little Gambad. Gambadi. You're growing bigger every time I see you. Ma'am, you have to hear this. Something big went down here yesterday. Who names these people? A policeman. A nasty, ugly policeman. Let me guess. He was bullying people and revealing secrets on the whereabouts of the revolutionaries. Well, that's how it started, ma'am. Same old bullying tactic. He was pushing around this old beggar rat who hangs around the market sometimes. But then, when the rat wasn't speaking up, the policeman drew his gun and shot him. The policeman shot the beggar just like that? Yep. But then the coward cop went and ran before we could turn on him. I find this difficult to believe. A policeman wouldn't openly shoot a beggar without cause. Open your eyes, Falcon. This is the regime us Parisians live under. We are ignored by the government, oppressed by the police, and hanged by the courts. You filthy Americans and your inability to read French names. Wow. I feel so personally attacked right now. Wait, no. I came out to have a good time, and I honestly feel so attacked right now. Why do you think I'm fighting so hard to make a change? We can't put up with this sort of bullying. No, this can't be right. Something has to be missing from Sotan's story. Do you mind if I ask you a couple questions, madam? Sure, ask away. Make it quick, Falcon. What did the policeman look like? Well, I didn't get a good look, but he was tall and ugly and mean-looking, and he had one eye. One eye? Yep, one of them had pirate patches. There's no way. Ring any bells, Falcon? I know a man who fits the description, but it simply couldn't be him. He's a bitter individual, but he's morally righteous. I can't imagine him shooting an innocent person so recklessly. Imagine thinking I'm gonna let you have a good time. Wow. Don't let your bias towards the justice system affect your judgment, Falcon. If you think you know who did this, then please name and shame him. I think I should bite my tongue until I'm a little more certain. Do you want to know anything else, Monsieur? Did nobody investigate the shooting? If a policeman did shoot an innocent person, then there should be an investigation. Your naivety knows no bounds, Falcon. You think the police care if one of their own is out of control? Actually, there was one bloke asking around, but I don't think he was a policeman. Oh? Go on, madam. Well, he was this charming fox. Renard. A friend of yours, Falcon? Something like that. We should probably pay him a visit to see what he's up to. Pay him a visit? I suppose we can set aside a little time. Did you want something else? Who was the rat? Who was the beggar rat? I didn't really know him well, Monsieur. None of us did. He was kind of a loner, hanging around, asking for scraps of food and cents. I don't even know his name. That's so sad. Did he have no family? No means of support? Falcon, do you have any idea how many beggars there are on the streets of Paris? How many people go hungry? How many people are forced to turn to crime? I'm well aware, madam. I'm asking these questions to see if there was some reason why that particular rat was killed. But no, it appears that this was just the loss of one unnamed beggar rat among many. It's tragic. That it is, monsieur. Is there any way I can help? That's all, madam. Thanks for your help. No problem. Anything to help Madame Beaumont. We'll try to get to the bottom of this, Sultan. Just make sure to stay safe when the revolution starts. Stay inside. Keep Gambadi safe. I'm gonna say Gambadi. I know it's not actually. Crime. Of course, ma'am. You stay safe yourself, you hear? Alright. It's a new day. I really want to know what's up with the R&M Associates. So we'll do that. Gambadi? Yeah. Visitors, Monsieur Vulpes. Visitors. Really, Falcon? What do you hope to accomplish in this sleazy back alley establishment? Sleazy? Madam, my back alley office is perhaps a little cluttered and eclectic, but I resent the accusation of sleaze. Maybe I should be introductions. Monsieur Vulpes, this is Madame Beaumont, a friend of mine. Madam, this is Renard Vulpes, private investigator at your service. It is a pleasure to meet you, madam. Ah, how stoic. I'm sure you have some pressing question to ask, Falcon. But before we get started, there's something I must tell you. When George Sparrowson's dropped by earlier, he informed me of your situation. Sparrowson, is he alright? Oh yes, he's now working with Inspector Valerity, attempting to unravel the rebel plot. Just as I thought, it appears that your lackey has solidified his position as a traitor to the Second Republic, Falcon. Perhaps not. Sparrowson doesn't strike me as a person who sides with any ideology. But you know, he asked me the most peculiar question. Would you like to know what it was? Of course. Such information is quite valuable. It would cost, say, 30 francs. Again? Fine. Ugh. Yeah, I know how this works. Use your money. Very good. So on to the question. Sparrowson asked if you were the Viridian killer. The one responsible for the random bombings during the July Revolution, 18 years ago. Why on earth would he ask that? Perhaps the inspector has been telling him stories. So what did he tell him? Truth, of course. That is, that I have no idea who the Viridian killer is, but that I knew it couldn't possibly be Falcon. Oh? How do you know that I'm not the Viridian killer? Falcon, please. You're a semi-drunk, bumbling oaf, not a ruthless killer. Anyway, I've started my own investigation of the Viridian killer. It's fascinating stuff. Apparently, he's seen in multiple places at once, which leads to believe that he was actually more than one person. Huh. And do you know why they call him, or should I say them, the Viridian killer? Viridian is a greenish color, isn't it? No, I don't have a clue. Crimson Killer would be a much cooler name. It appears that no one knows the origins of the name, which leads me to suspect that he, or indeed they, chose their own name. That is all fascinating, truly fascinating, but perhaps we can return the conversation to why we're here? Of course. Monsieur Vulpes, we heard that you were investigating the murder at Les Hayes. That victim was a friend of Mousie's. Oh, more of an acquaintance, really. Well, we want to know if you managed to uncover anything. Did you find any leads, any juicy clues? Not as such, it's quite a peculiar case. Did you hear that the murderer wore an eye patch? I did. You know what that implies, don't you, Falcon? You only know of one police officer, or indeed one person, who wears an eye patch. I'm just making sure there aren't any other eye patches. The Aviary Attorney himself. I miss Sparrowson. I want him here. The inspector. But that can't be right. You wouldn't describe him as a murderous man, would you, Monsieur Vulpes? Murderous, I don't know. He's certainly passionate about finding the Viridian killer. Who's to say that he wouldn't kill in the pursuit of his arch enemy? Falcon, I want to solve this mystery as much as you do, but time is pressing. We have other matters to attend to. We must take our leave. Understood. Until next time, Monsieur Vulpes. Called you a Viridian Forest. Wow. I'm so offended. It's like he's telling me I'm full of bug catchers. Fuck. Goodbye and good luck, Monsieur Falcon. Monsieur Vulpes. That lioness looked pretty angry. Is this revolution gonna end in blood, Monsieur Vulpes? Just like in 1830? Probably. Let's be real. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. Let me think. So it takes 10 minutes to walk from the place, De la Concorde, to this very spot. And the Palais Royal lies 5 minutes north of here. But the crowd will be fairly large and slow. It may take twice, maybe 3 times as long to make the move. Having logistics problem, madam? Perhaps. The plan is to walk the crowd from here through Tuileries to the Palais Royal. But if we take too long to pass through the Tuileries, the police will trap us in. We could be flanked and slaughtered. That is quite an issue. Why not just be it? It's a nice wide main road that leads straight to the palace front door. You can avoid the gardens entirely. Marching across the gardens makes for a better political statement, but I can't fault your reasoning. Going around would diminish our chances of being stopped and trapped. I'll pass the idea along to Piero and see what he has to say. He's the one in charge of leading the crowds, after all. That bird-brained parrot would probably just shoot the idea down, right? Probably, but I appreciate your input. I don't know if you genuinely want to help or if you're just telling me what I want to hear out of fear, but thank you. It's no problem. For the Second Republic, right? Right, for the Second Republic. I don't know why I answered it, like, with an actual answer. I just kind of picked one. Whoops. The Palace Royal. Just look at the disgusting den of fat cat bourgeois and hypocritical politicians. The king is probably in there as we speak. Probably sitting in his high chair, stuffing his bloated face with cake and wine while he boasts about being the perfect citizen king. Did you come here just to moan about the king? No. I've come to assess the potential battleground. On the day of the rebellion, I might order Piero to set up a barricade over there. What do you think? Okay, so is this like a brooch in the shape of a snake, or is it supposed to be some kind of weird tattoo? There, right outside the Palace Royal. Of course, it's the perfect place for a defensive garrison. We can gather furniture from nearby buildings, build a wall, and position rifles to fend off the police. When the time is right, it will serve as the ideal location to launch our assault on the place. It's a literal snake. She's got a snake on her chest. It's fine. Fuck. I can't believe I said that. So you weren't just throwing empty words in the tavern. You actually do intend on dragging the king out of the palace through violence. Of course. You will never abdicate on his own volition. It's not as if I want to see bloodshed, Falcon. It's necessary. It's inevitable. Get in there, Falcon. I mean, we have to be realistic. There's no way to bring change to a country without using violence, is there? I think there are ways. People look back on the violent moments of history, the executions, the wars, the bloody revolutions, but who's to say that country could not be overturned just through the chance of the people? A pacifist revolution. Interesting. I would love for such a thing to be possible. Maybe. It would be better to avoid building the barricades, at least until it's clear that violence is inevitable. That's good. That's a good compromise, madam. We're working on her from the inside. Fuck! Alright, never mind. I just need to stop talking about... Okay. This is it, Falcon. This is the day we make our stand. Everything is coming together. As we speak, Fontaine is gathering the protesters at the Place de la Concorde. Piero is making preparations to build and arm a barricade near the Palace Royal, just as precaution, you understand. The only question that remains is, are you ready? Nope. To be perfectly honest, no, I'm not ready at all. You want me to prosecute the king and prime minister, and if and when you drag them from the palace, right? I've had no time to prepare. I have no evidence on hand. This whole trial is going to be one big fiasco. You're too fixated on formalities, Falcon. This revolution will succeed, and those in power will see justice. That's all that matters. But, madam, come on. Let's see how the protest is going. Falcon and Beaumont alive at the Place de la Concorde. The air is thick with the chants and shouts and cheers of hundreds of protesters. A line of mounted soldiers stand shoulder to shoulder outside the entrance to Tuileries. This is amazing. I had no idea the Second Republic had this many supporters. But of course, you didn't think there were just a few animals huddling in a cave, did you? The desire for revolution runs deep in the city. Everything's in place at the Palace Royal, ma'am. Just say the word and we'll set up the biggest barricade you've ever seen. Then we can all storm the building and drag that cocky king out of his chair. There's a change of plans. We're still going to protest, but we're going to do it peacefully. No firing from behind the barricades, no violence, no capturing the king or prime minister. Madam, are you feeling alright? Quite alright, thank you. But over your desire for a better France, you cannot achieve that without bloodshed. We can certainly try. Falcon convinced me. Falcon? Pacifism seems like the Christian approach, wouldn't you say, Friar? I see. So that's how it is. Excuse me, madam. I think the friar disapproves of the new strategy. He probably thinks I've gone soft, and maybe I have. But I'm not deviating from this path, even if each and every rebel leaves my side. Don't worry, ma'am. You aren't alone. We're not here for violence, madam. As long as you strive for a better France, we'll always stand with you. Ugh, this stupid bullet wound. This damn thing's opened up again. What's the news, brother? Is everything in place? We have a problem. The mademoiselle refuses to use violence. She's turned timid. Turned timid? How? It appears that the Laura Falcon is something of a lion tamer. J.J. Falcon? That bird is proving to be more trouble than the rooster, I swear. Brother, listen. If there's no violence, then there will be no power gap. One leader will just peacefully replace another. Yeah, no, the killer wasn't in the group. So even if we convinced them to strip, it wouldn't have solved it. No, I think Cocorico's death was going to happen no matter what. I think we could have saved the swan. I think I might have actually missed something for the swan. But I don't think I could have saved Cocorico, which kind of sucks. But at least we tried. We need chaos for our plan to work. Guess what? To follow through with our contingency strategy. I'll find the victim, you find the suspect. Don't push yourself, brother. You're still injured. Look at those scum. Foul vermin, the lot of them. Mark my words, Sparrows, and every one of these petulant dissenters will take the first opportunity to turn aggressive. They lust for violence. They don't look too violent to me. Trust me, this is just how the crowd looked before the July Revolution. It only takes one crazed individual and the entire crowd will explode into a frenzy. I just noticed they have human hands. It's a little unnerving. Hey, it's you. Friar, it's good to see you again. No time for pleasantries, Inspector. You're needed urgently on the Place de la Concorde. Me? Why not ask one of the officers on active guard duty? There's no time to explain. Any minute now. Ah, do you hear that gunshot? It's already begun. Come on, Inspector. We must make haste. Inspector, I really don't think you should be trusting this friar. He's a two-faced wolf. Friar Remus has provided me with reliable information in the past. I trust his judgment. But Inspector, this isn't up for discussion, Sparrowson. I have a duty to uphold. Stay put. I'll be back in no time at all. But, what should I do now? A gunshot? It was nearby too. So the friar was right. Violence really isn't an inevitability. We haven't reached that stage yet, madam. I can't afford to take chances. Not now. Piero, march the crowd to the Palace Royal and construct the barricade. Yes, ma'am. Fontaine, Falcon, we're going to find the source of this disturbance. Came from here, Inspector. Hurry! Hurry! I'm moving as fast as these old legs will... Mon Dieu, a body! Who must have been the target of the gunshot we heard? But I don't see a shooter. I think the gunshot came from over here. Inspector? Falcon? Well, I should have known that the Viridian killer would have had a part in this. Inspector, I'm not... What do we have here? A filthy cop and a dead girl? Madam, thank goodness you're here. I saw the whole thing. This poor, innocent mademoiselle was approaching the police line with her hands in the air, when all of a sudden this brute of a police inspector yelled, "Get back, you filthy rebel!" He drew his gun and shot the bird point blank through her heart. What is this nonsense? What are you prattling on about, Friar? Thank you for your input, Remus. It hardly surprises me that a member of the police would be the one to cast the first stone. I think we're all being a little rash. Let's just take a breath and examine the situation and... Wait a moment. You wear an eye patch. You only have one eye, Inspector. How observant. Tell me, were you the policeman who killed the rat in Les Hayes too? Les Hayes? What are you talking about? 2 incidents of a one-eyed policeman gunning down an innocent victim? There's no way that this is a coincidence. What we have here is a filthy, corrupt individual who takes pleasure in oppressing the common citizen. Am I right, Inspector? I really shouldn't be surprised that a stupid rebel makes stupid assumptions and comes to stupid conclusions. But open your damn eyes, mademoiselle. I'm not the assailant here. Don't call me mademoiselle, or stupid for that. He doesn't have arms. He doesn't have any hands left. Your guilt is plain to see. Given the circumstances, I have to judge and execute you here right now. Look at this. He's got like half an arm, and there's no hand coming out of his sleeve. He can't shoot a gun. His arm is a gun. I'm not You can shoot with your dick. Madam, I know this man. His name is Inspector Valerity. He is ruthlessly law-abiding, so much that I can't envision shooting a man without just cause. Oh, shut up, Falcon. I'm done with your idealism. I listened to you. I took your words to heart about avoiding violence, and now girl is dead. Well, I'm done taking chances. Remus, help me escort this invalid to Pierrot's barricade. I'll decide his fate from there. With pleasure, madam. Come along, Inspector. Fontaine, Falcon, deal with the corpse. Meet us at the barricade when you're done. There's no way that this was the work of the police. You know what, Falcon? I think you might be right. An isolated gunshot this far away from the police line? It doesn't make any sense at all. But that's rebellions for you. They're messy affairs. Sometimes innocents get caught in the crossfire and there's no reason for it. Well, there's no use dawdling. Help me get the corpse off the streets. Not yet. I'm going to examine the body first. Examine the body? We agreed that this wasn't the work of Inspector Valerity, right? Then there must be some clues on the corpse that point to what happened. An impromptu coroner's examination, eh? Fine. You have 2 minutes. After that, we're heading to the barricade, whether you're done here or not. Okay. Everything's been fixated on who did this, that nobody stopped to ask who the girl was. I don't know, Monsieur. Given her clothes, she's probably just another working girl. Just another. I mean, it sounds glib, but it's true. This one mademoiselle among the thousands who live in Paris. Who is she? Where does she work? Will her family miss her? I don't know. But in the long run, I don't think anyone will care. I care. I can't afford not to. I don't know who this mademoiselle was, but I'm going to see to it that justice is brought about for her death. What's this mark? It almost looks like a handprint made in blood. That is like a baby hand. That is creepy. Probably the mademoiselle's. I don't think so. It's the handprint of a left hand on the girl's left shoulder. There's no way a person could comfortably reach that spot. No. On their own back, I suppose so, but if the handprint doesn't belong to the girl, then who does it belong to? The murderer. It has to be. The question on my mind is, why is the handprint made in blood? Did the murderer sully their hand in the girl's gunshot wound, or were they injured prior to the shooting? There's so much to uncover here, no time for a thorough investigation. It's a long shot, but maybe this girl is faking her injury? Just for the sake of thoroughness, I really ought to check for a pulse. Right. No, nothing. Yeah, probably. The other wolf was probably holding it on the gunshot from when Cocorico he was shot by the croc. This is the bullet wound, right? What can you tell me about it, Fontaine? Well, it looks like the bullet took a fairly straight angle of entry through the mademoiselle's back. She was probably standing right behind the victim. What's the bullet size, you know? Its caliber? Let me guess. You're hoping that the caliber of the bullet is different to the caliber of the inspector's gun. That would conveniently get that one-eyed police officer off the hook, wouldn't it? But I'm afraid I can't help you. I couldn't possibly know a bullet's caliber with having a good look at the bullet itself, but as you can plainly see, the bullet is 3 centimeters deep in flesh. So, you need to see the bullet itself? Help me retrieve the bullet. Help me retrieve the bullet. Retrieve? You mean dig it out? Assuming you have a little more experience in the area than I do. Well, you're not wrong there. Fine. This will only take a moment. The sound effect. Here. One used bullet. It looks like a standard lead rifle or pistol ball, but I'm afraid I cannot tell you its caliber. Why is that? The bullet fragmented about an impact, Monsieur. I gathered all the pieces, but I cannot assess its diameter with any accuracy. Wow. Still, I would have guessed that it was 13 to 17 millimeters. Sorry, I can't be more specific. That's an enormous help. Thank you. I'm just making sure there's no more to examine. I'm trying to be thorough. That is not where they were going. Done here. Very good. Let's move this body off the street, then we must hurry to the Palace Royal. Heh. Everything's going just as planned. Madame's probably fuming right now. She'll attack the Palace Royal, the Prime Minister will flee, and then... Excuse me, Monsieur. What do you want? I'm busy. Don't you recognize me, Monsieur? I know that my disguise are a little more complex than yours, but I assumed you would recognize Prince Juan when you saw him. You're Prince Juan? Indeed, and you're Judge Romulus, the crocked wolf. I know what you did. You tried to assassinate the king. You shot the croque monsieur, and just minutes ago, I saw you murder a maiden at the Place de la Concorde. You truly are a vile individual, aren't you? Yeah. As if you have any proof of any of that stuff, I'm out of here. I also know that you're one half of the Viridian Killer. On any other day, I would gut you where you stand, Fox, but as it happens, I'm a little busy today. Oh? The Viridian Killer is too busy to kill me. Is that the truth, or is that bullet wound of yours starting to affect your prowess? You must have lost an awful lot of blood. What do I do? What do I do? Oh! Hello, Monsieur Vulpus. Oh, Monsieur Sparrowson. Perfect timing. Who now? Oh, you're the fledgling. I guess this is what they call being stuck between a rock and a hard place, huh? Monsieur Sparrowson, be a dear and help me restrain the Viridian Killer. This guy? He's the Viridian Killer? He looks more like Judge Romulus to me. Well, you'd be right about that too. Wow. So he's two scumbags in one. Alright then. Ow! Mind the wound. Quit your whining, Your Honor. Very nice takedown, Monsieur Sparrowson. You may want to check his pockets for weapons. He is something of a notorious killer, after all. Of course. Let's see what we've got here. Aha! Here we are. A pistol. Probably the one used to kill the madam, I suspect. What else can you find, Monsieur Sparrowson? This, an eye patch. Weird. What would this wolf want with an eye patch? Oh no, this is bad. Very bad indeed. I don't get it. What's wrong with an eye patch? There's no time to explain. Mousy! What is it, Monsieur? Take this eye patch to JJ Falcon. If my fears are correct, he'll be somewhere around the Palace Royale right now. Tell him that this belongs to Remus's brother. Hurry now. Right away, Monsieur Valpes. Right away. I must go too. I need to find the other half of the Viridian Killer pair before something terrible happens. Wait, Monsieur Valpes, what am I supposed to do with this guy? You have his gun, don't you? March that wolf to the nearest police station, collect your reward for capturing Judge Romulus. What a strange day. Fair. Very fair. Outside the Palace Royale, the rebels have constructed a makeshift barricade out of furniture, branches, rocks, and anything else they can find. From behind the wall, the rebels taunt the police and royal guards with chants. I'm growing impatient, pig. Confess your crimes. I have nothing to confess, you filthy rebel. You and all your rebel friends, however, should confess to 1,000 counts of treason and public disorder. I will see each and every one of you hanged for your flagrant disregard of the law. Your stubborn attitude is disgusting. A few days ago, you were seen at Le Hayes. Witnesses saw you murder a beggar in cold blood. Today, a friar has testified to seeing you murder a girl, again completely unprovoked. I don't know why you continue to plead your innocence. But it doesn't matter. I don't need a confession to know that you're a killer. Madame Beaumont, stop. The inspector didn't shoot that mademoiselle. Keep your beak closed, Falcon. I'm done listening to your suggestions. This policeman is as guilty as every other monster in our decrepit justice system. It's my duty to execute him. Madam Falcon has uncovered some pretty convincing evidence. I would recommend that you hear him out. Please, just give me 5 minutes. 5 minutes and I can convince you of this inspector's innocence. 5 minutes is precious in a time like this. I can't afford it. What if you're wrong? Are you willing to see another dead innocent? Thank you, madam. Having my life saved by the Viridian Killer. How humiliating. Quiet, pig. Your life is mine until I say otherwise. Okay, so first of all, let's recap on what Friar Remus had to say. Wait, where's that friar? He's a key witness to this crime. He's scarpered as soon as he dropped the inspector off. Said he had some business to attend to. Business! Oh, man. These barricades are looking pretty scary. But I mustn't fear, for I am a brave duck. I am the great Officer Beck, handsome, intelligent, strong, truly a fearless hero who will be remembered for... Hello, officer. Oh, you scared me, monsieur. Monk? Friar, actually. Friar Remus. Or like Officer Quack. Listen, officer, I have something of great importance to tell you. I was just passing by the rebel camp and I overheard a conversation. Oh, this sounds good. Do go on. They said they were going to launch an assault very soon, and when they do, they're going to rain hellfire on the palace. Oh no, it's just as I feared. What'll we do? Oh my god. It's simple, officer. As soon as you hear the first gunshot, you need to retaliate. Hit them with everything you've got. Every cannon, every rifle, every piece of artillery. Don't let a single piece of this barricade remaining. That is the only way you bear to survive. Oh, total annihilation. I like it. But Friar, I'm confused. Aren't you a Christian? Yes, so what? I don't know. It's just that your idea doesn't seem very Christian-y. Ah, I see. You think this is a moral issue. Let me tell you a secret, my dearest duck friend. There is no God, no overarching morality or higher plan, no heaven to save the righteous or hell to punish the sinners. There's only you, your artillery, and 10,000 rebels who want to dine on Peking duck tonight, understand? That's an awful lot to take in. Then let me simplify. It's you or them. It's me or them. Forget about the friar, Falcon. We all remember what we had to say. Present your case based on what you can recall. Okay, I will. But you want to wipe that mouse off your shoulder first. Sorry, wipe what? Oh, it's you, Mousy. Monsieur Falcon, special delivery from Menard Vulpus. Oh, thank you, Mousy. What is it? An eye patch. It was found in Remus's brother's clothing. Remus's brother's This is an eye patch belonging to Judge Romulus? That's interesting. Where is Romulus? There's no time, Monsieur. Just take it. Take it. I have to run, Monsieur, but you have to do your best. Monsieur Vulpus and Sparrowson believe in you. Sparrowson! You've seen Sparrowson? How is he? There's no time, Monsieur. Good luck. Are you done, Falcon? Very much so. Let's begin this trial. Okay, so let's remember what the friar said. Select a statement to question. The Mademoiselle was approaching the police line with his hands in the air, when all of a sudden the brute of a police inspector yelled, "Get back, you filthy rebel." He drew his gun and shot the bird point blank through the chest. Didn't he say that he was shot in the back? Frere Ramus claimed that the girl was shot point blank in the chest. She was shot in the back. The girl was clearly shot in the back. I know. I remember seeing the bullet wound for myself, but that's quite a glaring inaccuracy in the wolf's testimony. Does it really matter if the girl was shot in the front or the back? Either way, a girl died at the pig's hand. It does matter. If the girl was shot in the front, then this might indicate a police confrontation turned ugly. But if she was shot in the back, then what? This could indicate that someone targeted and assassinated her before she could even react. A shot to the back breaks the currently established narrative. The girl was targeted and murdered in a stealthy professional attack. Therefore, this was not an ordinary police confrontation. If that scenario is possible, the girl's running away, then she would have been at least a couple steps away from the killer at the time of the shooting, right? Right. But I know that the killer was standing right behind the victim. They were less than 1 meter apart when the gun was fired. They were standing that close? How could you possibly know that, Falcon? It's gotta be the handprint. No, it was the print of a left hand on the girl's left shoulder near her upper back. The angle and position of the print indicated that it could only have been caused by another person. That's why I'm so certain the killer was right behind the girl at the time of the attack. But Falcon, you've left it. Why was the handprint bloody? Print was made with the victim's blood test. Oh, it couldn't possibly have been made prior to the shooting. No, I'm still trying to work out the details, but I know that the print was made prior to the shooting. Maybe the shooter was injured and his hand was already covered in blood. Do you find something funny about this, Inspector? I do. This whole trial is patently absurd. It's an animal court through and through. There was something particularly funny about that last exchange. You were both so focused on when and how this handprint was made that you missed the larger issue. I don't have a left hand, you idiots! I can't possibly have left that mark! Oh. Right. Well, madam... Oh! Geralt! Come here! Come here! Don't run from me! Geralt. Get over here. Come here. I just want to love you. No, you're too far for me to love you. Come over here. He's being such a jerk. Come here, kitten. Fine. Maybe the handprint came from an accomplice, or maybe it had something to do with the incident, or it feels good to see someone else speculating wildly for a change. Okay, fine. I don't have a solid explanation. I must concede that it's possible, maybe even likely, that the person who left that mark was the murderer. Therefore, as such as it pains me to say it, I must concede that the inspector probably did not shoot the girl. So that's it. The inspector's off the hook. No. There's still the matter of the incident in the high. What incident is this? I know nothing about it. Ha, as if you don't know. A bigger rat was shot and killed in the high a few days ago. The attacker was described as a scowling police officer who wore an eye patch. Sound familiar to you? ... Go on, Falcon. Explain the pig out of this one. Till 5 minutes ago, I was at a loss. But I was recently presented with a piece of evidence that makes the answer all too clear. This was a false flag operation. False flag? Explain yourself, Falcon. The eye patch! Madam, what do you know about Remus's twin brother, the man known as Romulus? Not much, only that he was forced to flee the country by our oppressive government about a month ago. That's a half-truth, madam. You see, it is correct that Romulus is being hunted by the police, but I've had the suspicion that the wolf was lurking in Paris itself, although I've never managed to find definitive proof of this. Anyway, it turns out that my suspicion was well-founded. He was recently apprehended, I think. You think? I don't know the details, but it doesn't matter. What's important is that a reliable friend found this on Romulus's person just moments ago. An eye patch. Romulus has perfect vision. Why would he need something like this? There's only one possible explanation. It is part of a disguise. Something to conceal his identity and make him appear as someone else. A disguise? You're saying that Romulus shot the beggar rat just to frame the inspector? Exactly, madam. It's no coincidence that Frere Ramus happened to find the very same inspector just as another murder occurred today. So, Remus was in on it too. Two wolves working together make this policeman look like a murderer. But why? Why would they do that? To rile you up, madam. To make you lust for violence. And if your actions today are anything to go by, I would say that they succeeded. Damn. I've been so stupid. How did I let myself get misled by a couple of wolves? This trial's over. Go, Inspector. You're free. It's about time. You're letting him walk, ma'am? Of course. It would be criminal to confine an innocent man any longer than necessary, even if the man is a bitter, stubborn pig. Falcon. Yes? I don't understand you. You're stupid. You're reckless, but you fought beacon talon for my freedom. I'm starting to suspect that you really aren't the Viridian killer at all. It certainly took a long time to pass that fact through your thick skull. Inspector, if you're still hunting that villain, maybe you should speak with Renard Vulpes when this is all over, I mean. I hear he's been doing some research into the Viridian killer. Maybe he knows something. Maybe I will. Madam, it appears that your gang of rebel filth don't intend on assaulting the palace anytime soon. I'll relay that information to the artillery, madam. Maybe we can keep a peaceful standoff going until this blows over. Thank you. I appreciate that. All of you, stay out of trouble. So, what happens now, ma'am? We're going to continue our protest peacefully. We're going to stand here, chatting and shouting until the Prime Minister and the King both step down out of sheer humiliation. It might take days, weeks, but if we manage to change this country without one more person being harmed, then... No. Well, look who returned. Madam, I just saw the police inspector rolling out of here unharmed. Why did you let him go? That's simple, Remus. We all had a discussion. I'm really scared she's going to shoot him, and then things are going to go fucking nuts. Because the instant a shot is fired, the artillery is going to fire back, no matter what. No! Don't do it! And we came to the conclusion that I had been misled by a couple of wolves. Oh? How many lies have you fed me, Friar? Just how much damage have you done to further your own goals? Did you help your brother kill the beggar rat in Les Halles? Did you watch the girl die by the Place de la Concorde? Now that I think about it, even the Croque Monsieur's death was surrounded by details that made little sense. I don't know what to think anymore. You know what? This guy's a scumbag at least, ma'am. I say shoot him. Pierrot's right. We won't judge you for killing this man, madam. It's the least I deserve for my sins. Go ahead, madam. What are you waiting for? Pull the trigger. Do it. No, don't, Falcon. You have proven yourself as having clear dungeons. But I know more. So I either choose to play the... I think, despite all of this, Falcon believes in the justice system and would say, let him live, bring him to court. So if I play the character... I think this is... Madam, you know what the right thing to do is. Show us what kind of leader you wish to be. You're right. I said that this will be a bloodless revolution, and I can't make any exceptions. Not even for a monster like this wolf. Wow, this is amazing. Completely unprecedented. You've buckled all of my expectations, avoided every temptation, and opted for an option that didn't even exist. Well done, madam. Well done, Falcon. You've demonstrated the power of pacifism in its purest forms. But unfortunately for both of you, I'm no pacifist. Everyone get down. Suicide. Shooting himself in the head? Hardly surprised that the wolf... I really hope that the inspector made it to the artillery. This isn't right. It's not the solution I wanted either, Falcon, but I can't say I'll mourn the friar's death. No, that's not what I meant. I meant that it doesn't make sense for him to kill himself so abruptly. And that comment of his, it was almost like, I think we need to get out of here, all of us, right now. Falcon, what are you talking about? That was a gunshot really close to... I can't afford to hesitate. It's me or them. No. It's me or them. Fire every cannon. No, please don't. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. This is a very French thing to do. I know. Can anyone hear me? Piero? Fontaine? Hello? Anyone? I'm here, madam. Falcon. Of all the people, I think I made a mistake, Falcon. Where did I go wrong? Was it when I lost my temper over seeing that dead girl? Or was it earlier when I shot the prosecutor? Or was it earlier still when I first listened to the monstrous fire in the first place? I've made a lot of mistakes. We've all made mistakes, madam. Most people's mistakes don't spark bloody revolutions. Can you move, madam? I don't think so. Give me a minute. I think I can clear some of this rubble. Guess we're going here. Dear Monsieur Vulpus, I'm writing to you from the Dimao Railway Express. Modern technology truly is amazing. I've decided to take your advice and gone on vacation until things settle down. The king fleeing to Britain, the Second Republic taking over, it's all crazy stuff. Anyway, before I left, you asked if I knew what happened to Falcon. Well, no! But it also says the police didn't find a body. Okay, thank God. Rumors that he was probably blown away by cannon fire, but that doesn't sound right to me. Falcon I knew was tough and intuitive. I think he found a way to escape and survive, so in my opinion, he's still out there. It's possible, isn't it? Anyway, I should wrap up this letter because I'm about to reach my stop, Vienna. I'll let you know how Mademoiselle Signy's parents are doing. Maybe you should come pay a visit sometime. Send my regards to Mousy. Yours sincerely, Sparrowson. P.S. I see a person selling Melierum strudel. What is it? PPS, delicious, that's what. A game by Sketchy Logic. There's gotta be more endings than this. This was fun though. I really enjoyed this game a lot. I'm just being like, how many endings? Aviary Attorney. I don't want to walk through. I just want... There better be an after credit scene. We'll wait. Finn. You've reached the end of Route C, Fraternity. The ending you received was determined by the decisions made in Chapter 3. Try tackling the trial in the catacombs differently in order to see a different ending. Thank you for playing. Interesting.